There you
Okay.
go.
I think ito na yun. Let me check if it's okay.
All right.
Yes, yes. Nakita ko na. Successful. Good evening. Sorry for the delay. Meron
All right.
kaming konting technical difficulties. So, but now we're live. We're live. We're live. There. Gino. Okay.
Hi.
So,
Yes. There you go. Good evening. We
how
are
are you, Gino?
starting a little bit. I'm okay. How are you, sir?
Okay naman. Kumusta yung bagyo?
Wala eh. Mahina. Well, at least
Yeah. Well, at least in
I mean,
Manila,
we're thank-
it's not. Yeah, and
yeah,
we're
we're
safe.
thankful for that. One of the reasons why we're starting late today is our guest is not here. He is, in fact, in the United States, and you all know him as the brewer for Elias Wicked Ales and Spirits. Guys, before we introduce him, baka may gusto kong sabihin. Mang Jun,
Yeah.
Mang Tito.
So now, 'di ba? Alamin natin why and where is he now, 'di ba? What is he doing
Yeah.
there? Ano yung plans niya, 'di ba? Parang medyo I think now
Uh,
it's medyo exciting to, 'di ba? Kaya nga nakita mo ako, naka-jacket ako, ang lamig kasi, 'di ba?
para ano, kasama sa theme ni Raul. Tama ba?
Yes, yes.
Malamig, malamig dito.
Anyway,
Ako pinapawisan. Mainit.
okay. But anyway,
Ayan.
doon
Anyway. Hi, Bon.
new
Uh,
sa mga new
go, go.
viewers or yung bago sa channel na to, basically our brew session live is to get people or to parang we try to interview brewers, talk about their brewery, talk about their beer or anything about everything, 'di ba?
Anything and
Yun yun.
everything about craft beer PH. This is what this is for, and for the benefit of not only Tito Tony, but the rest of the craft beer
Yeah.
Philippines. No? I can see
Yes.
him. He's right there. So anyway, hi Bon. Good evening. Um, Yan si
Okay.
Brian. Ayan.
So
Okay, let's introduce our ano,
sandali,
Mang
let
Jun.
me,
Do the honors.
ano na tayo, start na, let me do the,
Hard shit regardless.
okay.
Ayan.
And
Nice intro.
so,
Gusto ko yung intro natin. Ayan.
oo nga.
Ayan. So
So,
let's start.
Gino, ikaw na mag-introduce sa guest natin.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Raoul Masangcay of Elias Wicked Ales.
Good
Bagong gising ba?
evening. Woohoo! Yeah, ang ganda ng intro Parang
Yeah.
sarap uminom.
Ayan,
Oo.
galing ni Jun
Sige.
eh.
Oo. Napapa, ano ka eh. Nagalaw ka na.
Uh,
Reminisce ka ba, bro?
Oo nga.
DJ to si Raoul eh. Oo.
Raul,
Bagong ahit.
anong oras na
Si
dyan
Jun
ngayon?
yan. Si Jun.
It's 7:22 a.m. So, advance kayo ng 1 hour and then 12 hours. 13 hours. Yeah, 12 hours.
Kasi ano, di ba? May
Yes.
daylight saving time ngayon. No?
Mm.
PST kayo.
Yeah, pag winter, meron. Tapos next year, 12 hours na. Yeah, sorry, hindi ako makainom eh. Coffee. Sponsored by Cycle Philippines.
Uy, bawal yan.
Support local. Support local.
Support local. Ba, may sponsor ka pa.
Oo nga.
Actually,
Alright. Next time kami rin. Thank you, Cycle Philippines.
Kamusta, bro? Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me here. Excited na ako.
Ayan, so how do you want to start? We want to hear how you got started and what made you decide to become a brewer in the first place. Tell us more of your background. We
Yeah. Or
understand
tell me,
you
ano ka
excite
muna,
din. No?
introduce yourself, di ba?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sige, sige.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I am Raoul
So,
Masangcay. I
ladies and
am
gentlemen,
the
Raoul Masangcay.
I am the founder of Elias and Spirits. We're a brewery, microbrewery, based in Quezon City. We used to have the BF Homes brewery that we bought from Bel Air last 2019, but we closed that site and then we moved everything to our Quezon City brewery. So it's a 100 seating capacity brewery. We have food, we have beers, of course. Right now, well, we're operating from 1 to 10 p.m. and yeah, we have 30 beers on tap. So just drop by
30,
and
30.
30,
Yeah,
bro. Yeah, 30. We also carry other local breweries, beers from other local
of
breweries.
course.
And also
Craft
we
beer
introduced,
PH.
yeah, bro, support local. Yeah. And also, of course, there
Yeah,
are a lot
support
of good
local.
imported beers. We get beers from Romaine and Belgian beers. So we also sell that. We have
Wow,
a
ang dami
website.
dyan, ha?
Oh, yeah,
30.
yeah. Oo, oo. Pero hindi pa ako nag-beer shopping eh. Oh,
May
medyo ano pa.
website yan.
Jet lag pa. Yeah, website. We can order our beers sa wickedelias.com. And we also have some food packages there, pulutan. So, sabay nyo na yung pulutan.
Okay. So Raul, question. So, kailan ka nag-start? I know that
Yeah.
nagkakilala tayo sa Singapore pero
Yeah.
hindi pa tayo beer
Mahilig sa
drinker pa
beer.
lang tayo noon, di ba? It was
Mga
long time
mahilig sa
ago.
beer, nakikita eh. Oo. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I stayed in Singapore for 5 years. And then doon ako na-introduce sa craft beer actually. My first beer is the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. Still my favorite beer. And Arrogant Bastard Ale. That was 2010, I think. 2010, 2011. Yeah, I think I met you, June, nung mga 2012, mga ganyan. Sa beer house because we have a common friend, di ba? I'm a
Beer.
fan of Monkey Ko, bro.
Uh,
Oo, weekend, ko yun. Favorite, yeah. Pagka namimiss ko yung Filipino food.
Common friend yun,
So,
common
yun.
friend.
Yeah, common friend, yeah. Actually, my first hobby was, I DJ eh. So, when I was in Singapore, I used to play Fridays and Saturdays. And then, the bar, yung pinag-playan ko, they have different type of beers. And then I got hooked, I got friends with the bartender. And then, I play his music and he gives me beer. So, it's a good relationship.
Ah,
So doon ako na-excite mag-try. Of course, Whole Garden, Stella Artois.
ano yung first craft beer sinerve sa'yo dun? Naalala mo yun?
I think, well, I don't know if we can consider Guinness as a first craft beer, but I
Guinness,
remember
yeah,
I
stout.
enjoyed Guinness. Yeah. Meron
Yeah.
pang foamer yon. Meron siyang machine and then they foam
Yes.
it. Oo, parang wow, stig ah. So yan, I
I
enjoyed
think
Guinness stout.
si Draft meron din sila nandito. I'm not so sure, but I think I saw that also.
Yeah.
Pero I think, pero yung glass nila, di ba, kasama yun eh. They
Oo,
use
oo.
specifically the Guinness glass.
Oo, yeah. And then, actually, before pa ako pumunta ng Singapore, when I was still, sa Philippines, yung birthday, I remember one of my birthdays, October kasi, di ba? So, my team is always Oktoberfest eh. So, I always ask my friends to bring me beers na tingin nila hindi ko pa na-try. That will be their gift. So, what we do is, I set up a long table. I have some plastic cups. That's I'm I I'm really into trying new beers eh. So I have a long table. They bring all these beers, even commercial, whatever available sa market nun. Tapos we share the beers. So it was fun. It was fun. It's something that it's like a beer share, pero mostly commercial beers kasi bihira pa lang yung craft beers eh. Pero doon mo makikita yung
Mahabang,
excitement eh.
marami.
Yeah, yun yung makikita yung excitement when you're drinking, di ba? There's you're enjoying the flavor and then of course the discussion with your friends, social drinking. Yeah.
so, yan yung yung beer drinking experience mo.
Yes.
But how
Oo.
about your yung sa brewing naman? Paano ka napasok sa pagiging
How did you
brewers?
shift to drink
Nung
brewer?
nung nasa Singapore ako, I actually thought of distributing beers in the Philippines. Kasi sabi ko parang wala talaga masyadong beer sa atin eh. I go back once in a while, of course. I think once a month or at least, yeah, twice a month. Sabi ko parang, ano yun nga, wala kang masyadong choices eh. So I thought of distributing beers. Actually, yung nauna ko yung mga Belgian beers. I love Belgian beers. And kaya lang parang, kaya lang my company moved me to the US. That's why same location where I am right now. It's in Manassas. My company is a semiconductor company, so they have a site here. And then sabi ko, why not just try to learn how to brew a beer? Yan. So when I was in Singapore, I was already planning that. I even bought a kit.
Ah,
It's
okay.
Mr.
Nag-homebrew
Beer
ka na?
Kit.
Sa Singapore,
Yeah.
nag-homebrew ka na?
I was planning,
Mm.
pero hindi siya natuloy. Pero I already had the kit. I was already researching how to make a beer. And then parang, yeah, things, shifted lang to me moving back here. So I decided, why not just continue with it when I get back. Pag dumating ako sa US. So dito ako nagsimula talaga. I started with all grain. And I was not convinced with the extract eh. Um, parang may kulang. So I did my research and parang I feel like cannot really tweak my beer on the extract. It's very dependent on, the extract that you can get, diba? That's why I decided, okay, sige, I'll just push it out and then dito na ako nag-start. So I started brewing 2013 when I came here. So I've been brewing for 7 years na.
Uh-huh,
I
uh-huh.
just brought my equipment, everything, and then yeah, started all grain. And my first beer was of course the clone of Sierra Nevada Pale Ale because I love that beer. So
Uh,
and then I also joined the home brewing
yeah, yeah, I noticed.
organizations here.
Before I saw you that you in your IG na you joined mga homebrew competitions and you won several actually, di ba?
Oh
So
yeah, yeah.
tell us
I
about
got
yung
really
mga
into it.
recipes mo doon.
I got really into it. So yeah, I started joining home brewing club. Usually we meet
Mhm,
once a month, but of course
mhm.
kung may mga naging friends ka na, then you meet at least once a week because you have a lot of beers to consume, right? So yun, get friends with a lot of other home brewers, try to learn, and yeah, I decided to try to submit my beers on the competitions, and even got into BJCP and the Cicero certification. That's
Yeah.
why,
So we'll talk about that.
yeah.
Sorry. We're gonna talk later on yung what is BJCP, di ba?
Yes.
Pero
Yeah, how you
to
got
those
into
people na walang idea on the beer brewing, di ba? Meron kasing mini-mention kanina si Raoul about extract and all grains. So, yung
yeah.
the difference between these two, yung extract is para siyang 3-in-1. Na all you have to do is just get a water and mix it and then ferment and then yun na yun, 'di ba? And then yung all grains naman is you can actually play more, 'di ba? Nandoon na yung yung pagiging talent mo as a brewer. So you can actually mix with different grains, 'di ba? With different flavors. So medyo advanced na yung all grains. So to those people who is interested to go into home brewing or brewing, you can actually start by using extract. I think there are available naman here sa Philippines yan. Merong mga suppliers na for extract.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong on the extract. You can still make a good beer out of extracts.
Yep, yep,
It's just
yes.
that actually there's an intermediate. I highly recommend you do an extract, partial grain, right? So you use extract for your base malts and add specialty grains or grains. All grain, ang nasa hybrid siya, just to add some more flavor to it. Para you can still tweak the beer.
Ay,
Yep.
parang
Yeah,
hybrid nga yun. If
hybrid siya. Oh, bro.
half
Yeah,
half
just
half.
yeah. The base malts it doesn't have a lot of flavor. You just need the sugar. Of course, well, flavor wise, doesn't have a lot of flavor compared to specialty malts. And then you just add the specialty malts just to add the flavor that you want, like you know, coffee or caramel.
Okay.
Yep.
Ayan. So we by the way, yung mga viewers are encouraged to ask Raul brewery questions lang daw. Request niya.
No, no, anything, of course.
You can ask anything, sige.
Not
So
not the Biden and the Trump elections.
ayan. Bawal daw election talk. So ayan, puro brewery questions. So we would like to say hi to everyone who's watching. We have 20 viewers at the moment.
Wow, awesome. Hello, guys.
Kilala natin halos lahat sila. Ryan Gomez from Singapore is,
Woo.
of course, always watching. Who else?
Meron ba ako?
Dami.
Like si Wewet? Wewet.
Wewet Luis Pelo. Kilala ata ni Raul
Yeah.
because si Raul yung ano niya. No? Also si Kenneth Olympia.
Oh, yeah. Sir. So, sir.
Very good. And then we have
So,
Mr. Brian Chua, si Mr. Pogi.
Yeah. Congratulations
Mr.
dun
Pogi
sa...
ng Mashers. And of course, Bon was the first one here. So Doc Anna is here also. As well as Mr. Sindayan. Ayan. Ay, si
okay.
Migs
Yun.
pala. Hi, Migs.
Idol.
Ayan,
Migs and
si
Renz, I think
DMD
they're
also.
together. Oh, DMD.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, ayan. Any questions,
may,
guys?
may mga questions dito. Pero, but before that, diba? Raul, ah, yung brewery mo, you mentioned kanina, you took over Belle Ale, right? When was this? So
Yeah,
anong
so,
capacity niya? Anong
yeah.
gaano kalaki yung
Oh,
tell us the story about it.
yeah. We opened Elias noong May 2018. It was a 250 liters brewery with actually the brew house is only 120 liters. I brought it back here from the US. It's a Blickman one barrel system. And then I brought some fermenters, 250 liters from my equipment vendor, Bespoke in China. So we feel like during that time, um, easily you can max out the capacity. Of course, bago pa lang kami and hindi pa naman sobrang nauubos, but also the idea of you can drop the price of your beers if you expand your capacity. So I was looking for
Go bigger.
some
Oh, yeah.
yeah, this business, we can talk about it later, but yeah, it's yeah, so May we opened it, and then I heard that we were looking for an expansion. So I heard that Belle Ale Mark is selling his brewery. So I went there. That was September 2018. And then
Wow.
yeah, I saw the brewery. It's six fermenters, 1,000 liter. He doesn't have a brew house because he was using an extract method. And but he has everything. He has labeling machine. He has bottling machine. He has CIP. A lot of a
Oh,
lot of
okay.
equipment that you really need for a brewery, except that you don't have a brew house. So and also another thing that we've been pushing during that time is a cider. So basically, it's a plug and
Beer
play for us.
cider. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was a plug
Um,
and play for us. Eh. We can make
when you
cider. Yeah,
instantly no dun sa brewery ni Belle.
exactly. Oh, we
Yeah.
don't need the brew house and a cider. So you just need fermenters and that's it. So it was a match, 'di ba? Parang, uy, sayang,
Yeah.
okay to. Yeah, we got it in a very good deal. We're really happy that we bought that. But the rental of that space is crazy expensive because it's in a commercial space. It's in BF homes. So we did added a tap room, a small tap room dun sa
Okay.
brewery niya. It was only yung model niya is distribution brewery eh. So he has a small space in front. It's in a commercial space, pero he used that as an office. So what I did is I converted that into a small tap room. I think yeah, you saw that. And
Yeah.
yeah, we just started selling beers on tap in BF homes. Unfortunately, we didn't have food because we don't have a kitchen. It's a brewery setup. We didn't want to renovate it for a kitchen. It will be very expensive. So
Yeah.
what we did is we just
You
asked the customers.
actually you actually made do with the front part of the brewery, no? And then you converted it into a mini tap room so you can serve several guests.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That
Uh,
was
diba? If
that was
ever
the project.
there was a lot of people who went there actually nakakilala natin. I'm sure they remember that place. We had some
Yeah,
good times there, diba?
yeah, yeah, bro. Kahit
Yeah.
ngayon may mga inquiries kami kailan magbubukas yung tap room, and of course
Uh,
it's really hard to say sorry, we close it down.
yeah.
Yeah, we close it down because of course the pandemic. Well, we already had plans to close it because we were planning to expand the brewery in Quezon City. It was really hard for me to manage two sites. I mean, it's crazy. I go to South and then I go to Quezon City. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So there was already a plan to move everything to Quezon City. Pero na-pull in lang because of the pandemic 'di ba?
The
So
pandemic,
nag-close
yeah.
lahat, and then the sales were, there was a liquor ban, and you still have to pay rental, and it's crazy. So we decided to just pull it out. And it's it's in BF Homes, it's inside BF Homes eh. Even now, I think it's hard to open a business there
Yeah,
kasi they don't allow. Yeah, they
along
don't
that road,
allow.
no? Along that
Yeah, bro.
avenue. Yeah,
They don't
I
allow
was there
outsiders eh.
several times.
Yeah,
Hirap,
ang
hirap.
daming close, bro.
Mm.
So that's why I think it's a good decision that we pulled everything. So the expansion naman, we added the brew house because we needed the brew house for the 1,000-liter fermenters. So we added the 500 liters fermenters from the same equipment vendor that I have. So right now everything is just in Quezon City. So it's good that we just
Concentrated
consolidated.
lahat in Quezon City.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
it actually makes sense, diba? Like consolidate it in one place, diba?
yeah,
It's business parang mas good for the business itself rather than having two separate locations na doing the same thing, 'di ba?
yeah,
So
yeah. That's right.
and if you have especially if you have kasi ang ganda ng ng Ubay, 'di ba? Like
Thank you,
talaga
bro. Yeah,
if you really look at it, it's like you're in the US, it's like a perfect scene for a brewery or a brew pub
Brew pub talaga.
environment.
Tap room,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
yeah.
Ang ganda. Ang ganda.
Us- yeah, usually
Good,
kasi
good
dito
size, oh.
yung mga breweries kasi sa US usually nasa remote areas eh.
Yes,
Kasi you're not,
outside.
oo, yeah, you're not allowed to, actually, ang dami nilang rules dito eh. You have to be in the industrial location, industrial zone. So it's hard for you to build a big brewery in a city. Maybe just a tap room and a small tanks just for serving. Pero if you're building a brewery, you have to be outside eh. So it's expensive to get a big space in a city, right? So
Yeah. It's
parang
hard
yun
to
yung yun yung Ubay is more on like it's very remote. It's not in commercial. Of course, if I have a chance option to go to cities Makati, BGC, I'll be happy to go there, but it will be very expensive, diba?
yeah.
Um, and at the same time, I want to mention actually the Bell Ale. I was really excited because it's FDA approved facility. So we bought it.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
we changed everything, and then instantly we have FDA on our on the facility itself. So we just need to update the FDA with the products that we are making, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But that added us, opened us some channels. Some of our clients were looking for FDA, and we were pushing a lot on our ciders. That's why PCK is our distributor. They sell our beers to um, let's say Shangri-La. We work,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we were pushing,
Shangri-La.
the Bell
Oo
Ale
nga
Blonde
pala,
Ale.
Shangri-La, yeah.
Actually, we made the Bell Ale
Shangri-La.
Blonde Ale there in the BF. That was our best seller.
Mhm.
Oh,
Till, well, ngayon, we shifted to Ubay, and a lot of these places closed Pero Bell Ale Blonde Ale and the cider, yun yung mga volume namin when we did the BF. So,
Mhm. But
yeah.
di ba you mentioned that you parang tinweak mo siya like
Yeah.
yung from the original recipe to
Yeah.
your own recipe, right?
Yes. So I tweaked the Bell Ale Blonde Ale. Yeah. And yeah, instantly that was very fast moving. It's totally on a different market because of the price point din because of the price point.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah. Raul, may mga few questions here ha.
yeah.
Let
Okay.
me
Unahin mo
don't
yung
worry about it. Ano to? Brewer. It's a brewery question. Si Tony. So,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
that's yun yung mga questions sa akin din ngayon. Actually, I'm remotely working uh, for the brewery. I'm lucky enough to have staff that will take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been training my brewer for 2 years, I think. When I
Two
started, that's two
years
and a half
already.
years. 2.5 years. So at some point, I feel like they can run it. Actually, for the last year, 1 year na ako hindi nagbo-brew. Eh. So what I do is I give them the recipe and then they
Okay.
brew it. Of course, during the process, kung may question sila, I answer them. But I'm not that hands-on anymore, like doing all the cleaning and everything and even mashing. Sometimes may special brew, I do it, but I really want to empower my staff. Eh. So I don't think that I can be a brewer for Elias, in the 'di ba? Parang if you want to grow, you have to dedicate eh, 'di ba?
Delegate. Delegate.
Delegate. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So you have to do that. I think this is the perfect timing for them to step up. I feel like actually the first beer na binro nila na wala ako, well, they've been brewing it kahit nandiyan ako, pero yung wala talaga ako is the Three Stars and the Haze.
Okay.
Ngayon, it's on
Uh,
top.
Oh,
It's
okay.
on top right now in Ubay. Hopefully, that will be the first beer. Yeah, if you go there and you try it out, and tell me if it's not meeting the
Ano?
standards.
Yeah,
Raul, Raul.
meron na
Yeah.
naman
Ito,
tayong beer
it,
tasters.
ito, 'di ba? I think almost the same as what
Ayan, as
Tony
a
asked,
follow-up,
'di ba?
parang follow-up question
So
to
follow-up
Tony.
questions to, 'di ba?
Oo.
Yeah.
So,
So,
Actually, I'm still the brewmaster, but I have a brewer that I am developing right now. So I actually want him to be the head brewer, and I'm still the president of Elias. I want him to be engaged with all the Asia beer or sea brew. I I'm actually planning to train him and take him to maybe the sea brew conference and all these things. So basically, yeah, I trust him and he's very good. I'm lucky to have him. So hopefully, I have actually three brewers right now. I have three brewers. Yung isa,
mm,
um, both of them actually dalawa sa kanila galing sa Bell Ale. So they've been brewing
oh,
for
okay.
quite a while na din. But
They have
it's
experience
an
na.
extra. Actually, Bell Ale did release some all grain eh. They have a Robo Brew, a Brew Monk, and a Robo Brew. So they also
Okay.
released their beers are good for all grain. The extract I find it too sweet, but the all grain beers, this guy is already brewed all grain, so they have some experience before I got them. So
okay.
but
Kasi
yeah,
Kasi kung titingnan mo, 'di ba? Like the brewers or the brewmasters is like the head chef, 'di ba? And then you have like
Executive chef, kumbaga.
okay, executive chef, right? 'Di
yeah.
ba? And then you have a chef and then you have a
Ano,
cook.
sous chef.
So
Yeah.
merong
Yeah.
mga levels yan, right?
You know the story of Dogfish Head, Sam Calagione. Dogfish Head,
Sure.
actually, Sam Calagione is not really the good brewer of Dogfish Head. He's the face of the Dogfish Head. He's a very good marketing guy. He did brew for at first, of course, he started the business, but he hired a really good brewer to make
Uh-huh.
the beers. And
For
then
Dogfish Head.
doon nag-start na yon. They but of course he hired a professional brewer. So maybe later I can hire a professional brewer. Pero yeah, maybe it will be very actually I have plans of consulting. I have I met some friends that are doing consulting on the brewery scale. So I am thinking of, and they're based in Asia too. So maybe from time to time, maybe someone can visit the place and
Ah,
check out
okay.
some things. Sometimes it on a business sense, maybe that will work out to actually wala na akong ginagawa sa Elias kasi kaya I'm just delivering the beers. So doing the marketing and sales eh. So I think the guys are the one brewing na and hopefully they can continue with the beers that we are producing.
Well, in all
Uh
fairness, you're still at the helm eh. Ikaw pa rin naman ang
yeah.
nagpapatakbo, kumbaga, di ba? And the
Prob
decision is yours pa rin.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
we
So
still, that's still a big responsibility. And that doesn't take away anything from you as a brewer.
Yeah.
I believe, no. So
Actually, I'm here in the US to also learn a lot. So I feel like I can take another role, which is I'll be more on the R&D side and maybe learning
mhm.
more brewing. Alam niyo naman dito sa US, we can learn a lot here. I just spoke
Yeah.
with okay, so before I moved back, I was already planning to open a brewery here in Virginia. I have two friends. Actually, we were three. And then I decided to move back. Pero yung dalawang friends ko, they opened a brewery here. That's the Tuckaway Brewing. So they
Oh,
bought a brewery that's not doing well. That was 2 years ago. Exactly the time that I opened in the Philippines, they also bought a brewery. So I met them, last few days ago, and surprisingly, we a lot of things to share about brewing, and we're very excited to talk about it. The learnings that I got there, the learnings that they got here. They're the one brewing the beers in a they have a 30 barrel fermenter. It's a 10-barrel brew house, but they have like few 10-barrel fermenters and 30 barrels. So for me, it's
wow.
like wow. It's good to have friends that are doing also big brewing batches, and basically, yeah, hopefully I can learn from them too. They're doing barrel aging too.
Oh,
um,
wow.
they
I
they
didn't know.
they're making sour ales, which we haven't really tried in Elias yet. So yeah, a lot of
Mhm.
things to learn. I am very excited, and that's why maybe my staff in Ubay can do the recipes that we have already, and I can start to work on some other recipes that I can pass to them. Maybe.
Yeah.
Will you be trying out new recipes while you're there?
Yeah, we'll do
Or
that, bro.
you'll be
Yeah, we'll do
releasing
I
new
that.
beers?
I
Oh,
think
we'll do that.
yeah,
Spontaneous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
excited. I'm
I
excited.
I think ayun yung maganda diyan, 'di ba? Like you're really in the place where everything has started, 'di ba? Is
Yeah,
the craft beer scene, 'di ba? So andiyan diyan ka na. So all you have to do is just learn everything. Like hindi lang sa beer brewing, even how they do the business, 'di ba? It's
yeah,
totally different. So I think you will learn a lot there
yeah,
for sure.
yeah. Just
And
the first meeting. Yeah, asking them what are the ingredients that they use. Dami na hindi natin available sa atin, and
Uh-huh.
yeah, yun. A lot of things that maybe we can introduce pa.
yeah, then wag mo kaming kakalimutan, 'di ba? Like
Oo naman. Oo,
especially
papadala
'di
natin
ba?
'yan, oo.
Oo,
Nakakalimutan.
di ba?
Yeah, I'll be passing the learnings too. And you know me,
Yeah.
we do, and even before I 'di ba, I moved back here, we are doing homebrewing classes, and
Mhm.
kung merong mga naka-attend ng homebrewing classes, we
Oh,
did
yan, yan,
everything
yan.
there, bro.
That's a good follow-up. Will you still be doing that? Kaya
I
lang
might,
medyo
I might, yeah,
hindi
I
na
might.
hands-on, no? Yeah, but you can still do it actually, di ba?
Yeah, online. We can do
Mm.
online and then just prepare some videos about some steps. I still wanna
Mhm.
continue,
Pwede
sharing
naman
the.
magde-demonstrate yung brewer mo sa Elias, di ba?
Yeah, oo, medyo
Di ba?
parang feeling ko lang
Naka-Zoom ka
mahirap,
lang.
eh. Oo, naka-Zoom lang,
Oo.
oo. Yeah.
Pwede yan,
Hopefully,
pwede.
yeah, maybe we can actually may mga interested attendees na bakit pwede bang online yung class because ayaw nilang pumunta sa Ubay, 'yun, baka pwede nating yeah, sabi ko we might do online classes then.
Mm-mm. All right.
Okay. Just to give everyone and parang
Hi,
Raul is
Erica.
also hi, 'di ba? Raul is also a BJCP certified, 'di ba? So for people who doesn't know what is BJCP, it's actually a parang a beer judging ano ba? Ano bang
Beer judging
CP
certification program.
Program.
Beer
program?
judging program.
Okay. So basically ang BJCP is like the standards of all the beers, right? Raul, correct me if I'm wrong, ha? Kasi I know
Yeah,
you're
sure.
ikaw yung ano. So,
Yeah.
'di ba? It's actually ginawa yan para to align yung mga styles ng beer, 'di ba? Para hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na, "Oh, I have this beer, I'll call it pale ale." Pero it's super bitter, 'Di ba? So yun yung purpose or reason why they're doing this is just to align your beer kung ano dapat siya. Tama ba,
Yeah. Yeah.
Raul? So, yung program na yan, 'di ba? Is it madali ba yan? Like ako for sure hindi ako papasa diyan eh. So,
No,
Oo
no, you
naman.
can
no, but
pass it.
but
Oo
is it
naman.
but how hard it is, 'di ba? Like kasi alam ko maraming level yan, eh, 'di ba? Parang may beer server is for those people
Oh,
who's
okay.
into
That's the
serving.
ano naman, Cicerone side, bro. Okay, sige. Just to
Okay, sorry,
background.
sorry pala.
Oo, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Sa BJCP punta tayo
Yeah,
pala.
yeah.
Sorry.
So there are two certifications. Actually, I got into it when I was here. The first one is the BJCP. It's a beer judge. Yun yung technical ka into in reviewing beers. So you review the beers based on the beer style, and we have 100 beer styles. So basically, you need to at least know. Para siyang ano eh, if I compare it to a Cicero, which is the second certification, it's the masters eh. Master siya for technical, very technical. So aroma, appearance, flavor, mouthfeel, overall impression. So yun yung ano, yun yung you judge a beer based on, there's a scoring system. And for you to get the certification, there are, marami siyang level eh. So the first one is an online exam. I highly recommend you try it para lang malaman mo kung ano yung, yung beer style knowledge mo.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's only like maybe $20 for 3 trials, and maybe better if you can review some books before, like the recommended one, or Tasting Beer by Randy Mosher. I think that's a good book. Same with the Cicerone, they do that. So yun, yung BJCP is very technical on the beer, like the mouth feel. Is it thick? Is it dry? Is it flavor wise? But the first exam is online, and then the second exam is the actual judging of the beer, tasting the beer. So you're given 6 beers, and then you have 15 minutes to judge every beer. Tapos yung score mo dun sa sinabi kong 5 aroma, flavor, should not be far from the score of the master beer judge. So basically, you
Mm,
So,
compare the
okay.
scores. Okay, so and also, ano yung nilalagay mo doon? Kung may off flavor, they will give you 6 beers eh. So, pwedeng yung isa doon may off flavor. Will you be able to detect an off flavor like diacetyl acetaldehyde or, DMS? So, if you score that beer high, then pero may off flavor siya, then yeah, you might not get the points, di ba? So, it's a point system.
Uh-huh.
At the same time, so pag pumasa ka doon, like I think you need at least 70 points eh, para may points siya. So 70 out of 100 points for you to be a certified beer judge. On top of that, you need to have experience in judging beer BJCP sanctioned competitions. So the problem right now in the Philippines actually is we don't have BJCP sanctioned competitions, but
Oo.
we have Asia Beer Championship is actually BJCP sanctioned competition. So I highly recommend you contact Charles, and if you want to gain some points, you ask him if you can do a judging. But usually the judging goes, you have to go to Singapore. Yun nga, medyo expensive lang. I was lucky enough, I was here kasi. So pag may beer judging competition around the area in Virginia, I join. It can be a home brewing competition, it can be a commercial brewing competition. You get points eh. It's a point system. The good thing with the BJCP, it's cheap. You can be a beer judge for only less than $100 because of you're just paying online exam, and you're just if you're doing the tasting exam for the certification, you just have to pay maybe $50 or $40.
okay.
Yeah.
It,
So
Yeah.
I mean, the program itself is $100, but
I feel like
before,
maybe less than that na eh. Mga
okay,
$50
but
or less. It can
but
be.
but the thing is, before you really become a judge, you have to drink a lot of beers. That will cost
Yeah,
a lot.
I think, yeah, well,
Yeah.
Di ba?
I mean, we drink
Okay.
beers na din naman, di ba? We drink beers
Yeah.
Yeah.
na din naman. Make it fun,
Jun,
make it fun.
pwede na yung nainom mo.
Actually,
Counted
when
na lahat yan. Dami mo
yeah,
na
yeah.
nainom.
Oh, it's really fun. Actually, when I was reviewing for BJCP, what I do is pag may beer ako na bagong beer na nabibili, so I open the BJCP app. I check the beer style. I check the aroma. Is it the same? Mouthfeel, flavor, anong hops, anong alcohol, ABV, IBU, and everything. You'll get a sense of like what IBU, what ABV. And then minsan pag pumupunta ako sa bar, I ask the bartender, "Hey, can you give me 6 beers of any beers on your tap?" And I try to, uh, hulaan ko kung ano dun yung nasa tap. So, blindly,
Talaga?
I don't know. I don't It's fun. I mean, blindly, I don't know ano yung bibigay niya sa akin na 6 beers, the flight maybe, and then huhulaan ko kung ano doon. So, maybe you're just trying to learn from it, trying to
Mhm.
see if you can really identify the beer styles. So, it can be fun. It can be fun.
Ako pag binuksan yung beer, iniinom ko kaagad eh. Pag
Pareho
may
tayo.
pag
Pareho
humingi
tayo,
ako sa
Gino.
waiter ng 6 na beer, gone in 60 seconds, sunod-sunod yun. Ganun.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
It will be
Kidding
fun.
aside,
Yeah.
kidding aside.
And
So,
then,
Of
yan.
course,
So,
we
Raul,
enjoy. We
and
also
then
enjoy. We taste.
what is Cicerone, diba? Like Cicerone, is it
yeah.
same as BJCP or
So,
totally different program?
it's a
It's a
totally
different
different
program,
program. Yeah.
right?
So Cicerone is a private company actually. Cicerone certification is a private company, and the first level is a beer server, and then you can take that exam online. Yeah, just you know brush up on your. So mas parang ang para sa akin yung Cicerone is more on MBA side, 'di ba? Si BJCP yung masters eh. Si Cicerone MBA because it talks about the business of beer, which is draft system, serving beers, cleaning lines, um, glasses, beer glasses, um, distribution,
Okay, it's everything about
everything
craft
about the
beer.
business of beer. Of course, you
The,
need to be technical too. The idea of Cicerone, they developed that program kasi para dun sa mga beer servers talaga eh. Para dun sa mga breweries or bars serving beer. So, for example, pumunta ka sa bar and then you find out na, uy, hindi masarap to, binalik sa'yo ng customer. So, ikaw, as a beer server, talaga bang may problema yung beer? You need to identify, is there really
Yeah,
an off flavor? Is
it's
there
for
really
the.
something wrong with the beer?
Was it created for the for the industry mismo?
For the beer in
For
for
the
the
beer industry.
correct. Oh,
Um,
sa mga servers
sa
eh.
mga servers talaga.
Oh,
So
even
it should
yeah,
be parang it's a kumbaga sa ang tawag dito, it's a kumbaga it's a must have for any beer server to have that that distinction or yung confidence para mag-serve sila ng beer.
I,
exactly.
And in
I
effect they can explain it
Exactly,
I
bro.
better
Oo.
I think
to the
especially for us, 'di ba? It actually makes sense to have at least, 'di ba? Kasi 'di ba? Kasi before tayo, 'di ba? Yung beer sinaserve natin are all the same, right? So you don't need that knowledge. But now because you need the, you have like hundreds of beers. So kung yung server mo doesn't know anything is just to serve, 'di ba? So I think it's better if dun sa mga craft beer bars here in the Philippines, at least yung kanilang is one of their staff has this kind of certification, diba? Para at
Exactly.
yeah.
least,
Yeah, yeah.
diba,
In fact, I think
people be
we did have that June, Monkey ko.
yeah,
I
sa
think
Spectral, I know,
Pierre and
Spectral.
Spectral had those.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
had
yeah.
certified
That's
cicerones
right.
at those
Yeah.
beer bars.
It's actually similar to a wine sommelier. Similar to a
Yeah.
wine sommelier. So in the
Oh,
wine
Raoul,
world, that's the
you're
same.
also a wine sommelier, di ba, Raoul?
Yeah, I did. I did.
That's what we
I
have in
did.
common.
Took the exam. I wanted to,
Oh,
to see the difference between wine and beer. Before I moved back, I was, uh, yeah,
that's
just
good.
trying to learn. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the same. Yeah,
Kulit
it's
na
like a wine
ano.
sommelier. So,
Yeah.
it's beer and food pairing.
Yeah.
There's a
Tama,
wine and
tama,
food
tama.
pairing, but as a cicerone, you can also, give some suggestions on what the beer and the food
What
what
they
go
can
well
ano.
together. Yeah, yeah.
Especially if
Mm,
your establishment is serving
food.
30 plus beers on tap and food, di ba?
Yeah,
Sinip natin yung mga questions ng ibang fans
trying
mo.
to help out. Yeah.
Unahin natin si Mr. Bonbon is kanina pa kasi to. This is actually a very good question. No? Uh, Ayan ang tanong niya. Raul, as far as I can remember, Far Far Away Galaxy, NEIPA, took the craft beer community by storm. Can you tell us more about it? Yung siguro yung development yung tinatanong niya. And if you have any plans to bring it back in the future.
Yeah.
Yan. After that, meron tayong another question from Mr. John Joe. And
Okay.
unahin natin to.
Sige.
Ito muna.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you kay Mark kanina. Yeah, shout out. Thank you, Mark. I message Mark kasi he's in Elias top room eh. And I asked him,
Si
bro,
Andre
can
also. Andre is also
Andre,
there.
sabi ko, bro, can you try the 3 stars para let me know the feedback. Kakasabi ko lang kanina that the beer that I didn't brew, di ba? So, yeah, I think he has good feedback naman. I think hopefully.
Ah,
So, yeah, hi Bon. Um yes, I we have plans to bring back the Far Far Away Galaxy. The problem is yung original recipe namin. Uh we use a different malt brand for that. It was brought in by MGM, and right now they're not bringing it. So I tried to do some batches with a different malt substitute, but I can't get the same flavor. And I feel like I don't want to release it because because people are just looking for it. I want to release it kapag nakuha na namin yung right ingredients. I think it has a good what do you call that? Yeah, everybody likes. I mean, a lot of people like the Far Far Away Galaxy, and I just don't wanna the expectation
Disappoint them.
disappoint the expectation. So
everybody, ang daming fans nun eh. So,
yeah, even right now
me in
there are
particular also.
people asking it. Maybe on our anniversary, maybe something special that we'll be able to bring. Actually, that's the plan is to bring some of those malts. I feel like
Yeah, now
we are
that you're there, you can probably get that exact malt bill, no?
yeah,
So,
yeah. So yun
yeah.
yung plan sana is to bring more. I think supply chain is still challenging in the Philippines, especially for the big breweries. Nauubusan ng malts ang suppliers or some ingredients, and we have to substitute. And yeah, the consistency won't be the same, and the flavor won't be the same. So that's something that we have to fix as an industry. But I understand the distributors din kasi there's no demand for craft beer pa eh. So, bakit sila magpapasok ng madaming ingredients, di ba? So, it's a chicken and egg problem right now. Even
Yeah.
us, we try to bring in some ingredients, and what happened? Naubusan, nasiraan lang kami. A lot of malts expired, and right now it doesn't make sense for business to, order a lot of this and then eventually expire lang, di ba? So, I think we have to fix that supply chain.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, I hope that answers your question. Second is si John Joe.
Yeah, he just messaged me actually. Hey,
Yeah.
Janjo. Next week, we're brewing more of the ciders. Actually, we sold out on the ciders. It's really doing well. I'm very surprised that I guess we're the only one offering the ciders now, but we are getting some followings on the ciders. So hopefully next week we'll have the next batch. We just finished the installation of the phase two. Phase two of the brewery is kung ano yung binubrew namin sa Bell Ale before, we can now brew in Ubay. So we have like our expansion, we did it in 3 phases. Eh. So the first one is the just bringing in the equipment. The second one is enabling the 1,000 liter fermenters, and then the third phase is enabling the new brew house. And June will help me on that, di ba, bro?
Yeah.
Yan pala.
Remote tayo, remote.
So,
Yes,
Pero
yes, yes.
hopefully, yeah, we're actually we just brewed. We released a half full ale. Half full ale will be
oh,
the
that's good.
counterpart of the Bell Ale blonde ale. So the half full
Yun ang
ale,
magiging staple na yun.
yeah,
That's
bro.
all.
Not
That's gonna be a regular on
yeah,
rotation yearly.
yeah, bro.
All right.
Yeah, we
That's
want
good
we
news. That's
want
good
that
news.
beer to be available in the market. Actually, grocery supermarket. So luckily, we already got our FDA license to
Oh,
operate
for that one. Okay,
for
that's
for
great.
the for the Ubay Brewery. For the Ubay
Yeah.
Brewery, we're
Yung
applying for the CTR na lang.
so yung na-transfer na rin lahat doon pati yung are you also registering some beers in
Yeah,
particular?
yeah. We're
Yung
registering.
half full ale favorite yata ni Padawan ngayon yun eh.
That's good. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean the price point of that we release it for 300, 4 pack for 300. I think that's 75 each.
Oh wow,
So
that's a good price.
something that
That's a steal.
Yeah, we
Uh,
want to, and it's an all grain. It's not the same with the blonde ale, Bell Ale blonde ale. So it's an all grain. Um, we did a high gravity brewing on that. So hopefully,
excuse me.
yeah, can
That's
cut our cost.
full flavor, half the price.
Half the price. Yeah, half full.
There you go.
Parang ano siya eh. Oh yeah, yeah.
That's actually
Another
good.
more few more
Meron pa?
questions.
Eto,
Si Doc.
ayan si AC. Before we introduce our
Hi, Doc.
guest,
Ito ba? Diba?
ayan. I think she was referring to the BJCP or Cicerone.
Mm. Yeah, I forgot
Uh,
to mention the Cicerone. So the first level is a beer server. I think you can pass that, Doc. Try it out. You can. The problem is it's expensive. The Cicerone certification is a private company, so the first exam I think you have to pay $70 or 70 to 100. I can't remember, but so that's becoming a beer server. You take that online. I think it's a 60 questions, 90 minutes, something like that. And then kapag nakapasa ka na dun sa beer server, you can take the certified Cicerone exam, which is it will be a judging, tasting. There will be tasting exam, written exam, and demonstration exam. Yon, medyo mahal yon. Parang you have to pay $700 for that. So I recommend that talagang you have to brush up and learn, review for that exam. I did review for
seven
a
hundred
year.
dollars.
Yeah, bro,
Daming
seven hundred
daming
dollars.
beer nun, pare.
Medyo mahal eh. Oh,
Daming beer yun.
so yeah, I did reviewed for maybe 6 months to 1 year just to take that. And yung
Ah,
tasting exam is you go to office. I don't know now kasi pandemic, but before meron siyang testing facility. They give you 12 beers. First is identify the beer style. So the first four is identifying the beer style. The other four is identifying the off flavor. The other four is identifying if there's a problem with the beer. So something, it's more on the serving. Yeah, it's yeah. So the certified Cicerone is a harder exam actually. I can say that it's harder than the BJCP exam, the second level of BJCP exam, which is a certified BJCP. The first level of Cicerone is easier than the first level of BJCP. So they have their own. I feel like
oh,
yeah,
okay.
just me analyzing the exam. So I highly recommend the beer server exam. It's an online exam. I think kapag nag-take kayo ngayon nun, papasa kayo. Let's do it now.
Okay
Lahat
na,
tayo
after the
mag-isip beer
show.
server na. Oh.
So now, Raul, so ano ka na ngayon? Certified Cicerone ka na.
Yeah, I'm a certified
Wow.
Cicerone. Actually, you can
So,
only call yourself as a certified Cicerone if you pass the second exam. So it's on the exam proper actually.
okay.
So
Alright.
yeah.
Okay.
Very confusing yung certified Cicerone kasi nakalagay
Hindi,
dun sa certificate, certified Cicerone, but you can be a beer server. Certified
okay.
Cicerone, but you can be a certified Cicerone, you know.
Gusto ko lang
Yeah.
dun yung pin, pare. Yung pin na may ganun.
Oh, yeah, and they have logo.
Yun lang gusto ko.
Oh.
I mean, and then for the information of the people, 'di ba? Parang si Raul, ikaw pa lang, I think so far ang alam ko na talagang official beers Cicerone sa Philippines, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I
Tama?
think I'm just lucky na nandito ako and it's all accessible for me, 'di ba? So
Okay.
I'm
Sige.
sure kung meron tayo diyan. I think they have exam of Cicerone sa Singapore, Hong Kong. So I know Robert Beer Padawan is planning so I'm excited sana
Yun
um
yun, 'di
get
ba?
that we
Yun
can get
yun
that
yung dapat kasi, 'di ba? Ano yan, sa dami ng nainom niya, sigurado yan, 101 ano yan, yung score
pasado
niya.
agad yan. Pasado agad yan for sure.
For
Oh.
sure, 'di ba?
Even the BJCP, I think a lot of our yeah, beer enthusiasts and bloggers, I feel like they can pass the exam easily. So try it out,
Okay.
Gino. Try it out. Even you, June. Try it out. I think
Si Migs muna.
yeah,
I leave it up to them.
mix,
Sila na
we're
muna,
yeah, it's
'di
fun
ba?
kasi so the idea is I think I presented this si Brew bro. I did presented this last 2018 when there was a Sea Brew in Manila. the good thing, if we can develop beer judges and Cicerone in the Philippines, we can have BJCP sanctioned competitions.
Ah,
We
yeah,
can
yeah,
give
yeah.
good feedback to the brewers too. Um, for me kasi, conflict of interest when if I give feedback, eh, 'di ba? Because I am a
Oo.
brewery brand, eh. So I don't wanna do that. I mean, I don't wanna offend my fellow colleagues in the industry. But of course, there are some brewers that are giving me beers and I give them my feedback. But it's good to try to promote. One thing that we can promote the quality of the beers is to have BJCP exam competitions, and then judged by some BJCP judges, di ba? Or
Mhm.
Cicero judges.
So,
So yeah,
eto mamaya, di ba? Like, because we talk about beer. Mamaya, we're gonna invite our beer guest. Di ba? Tingnan natin kung makakapasa siya as a beer server or, di ba?
Ayan, natakot na ako. Takutin,
Oh,
Jun. Ikaw naman yan.
di.
Ambush
Ano,
yan, ah.
di ba? Let's see kung how di ba? First time natin na may guest na babae, di ba?
First time we have a female guest, beer
Yeah.
drinker.
So,
Do we
di
introduce
ba?
her now? Tapos na? Wala na ba tong
Ano
Wala na
pa
bang
ba? Ano
question?
pa ba yung
Wala na
Raul?
question.
Ano?
Raul,
yeah. So
excited na?
yeah, so nasagot ko siguro yung question ni no, ni Doc. No? Yan,
Ni
yan.
Doc, yeah.
Yeah. Do it, Doc. Do it.
Maaga pa daw, Doc. Kape siya.
Oo, copy pa
Raul,
yun.
again, kanina, courtesy
Ra-
of
Cycle
Cycle
Philippines.
Philippines. Cycle
Sponsored.
Philippines,
Hi,
yeah.
Renz.
di ba? Like,
Ayan,
Raul,
so,
question. Ano yung, like, kasi, like, of course, brewer din ako. Ano yung mga favorite beer na binubrew mo? Like,
Actually, nung nag-homebrew ako dito sa US, I usually brew Belgian beers, eh. Belgian beers,
Belgian
Belgian
styles, yeah.
IPA, Belgian styles, Dubbel, Tripel, Patters beer. Pero nung bumalik ako sa Pilipinas, kasi ang daming very accessible yung Belgian beers, and we have a lot of good Belgian beers, like Romaine sells good Belgian beers, and even in the grocery you can find Rochefort or Chimay, which are
Yeah.
maybe not the freshest but still Belgian beers. So, and yung nakita kong trend is American beers, eh, IPAs, pale ale. So that's why we shifted on making IPAs. New England IPAs, medyo nung pagdating ko, I got before ako bumalik actually, um medyo nagugustuhan ko siya. So when I moved back, yun yung si Far Far Away. And
Yun yung ginawa mo.
ngayon it's what's my favorite local beer daw, sabi ni Tony, si Boss Tony.
Tito.
Yeah. Mark and Tony's.
Ayan, parang
yeah.
same question sila ni Doc Ana.
There are
So,
a lot of good craft beers actually. Yeah, I'm really
pareho
I
sila
think
ng
everybody knows that the quality of the beers locally is really improving. I think because we are bringing more ingredients, we're getting more knowledge, and yeah, just malt malts, dati konti lang yung 'di ba, options natin, even hops. So that's good. A lot of good craft beers, Tony's, Half Bake, Mitchell's, Turning Wheels, the Brewery, Pros. Madami. A lot of brands, Santiago, and even Sobra. They make their own malts. Like the chocolate malt is uh, the stout. It's really good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of baka may nakalimutan ako, ah. Shoot.
Okay, di naman ano yan.
Isa-isa.
Di naman di naman
Madami. Oo.
enumeration pare.
Yeah,
So,
oo.
Okay.
in general, yeah. So,
Yeah, a
that's
lot of
what he meant.
yeah.
Okay. So,
So,
are you ready for our... Kasi I think kanina pa ito uhaw na uhaw eh. Nag-uumpisa pa
inubos
lang
na yung
tayo.
beer. Inubos na yung beer niya.
Nag-uumpisa pa lang tayo, tinatanong niya kung pwede na uminom eh.
Oh my gosh. I
Okay?
was so happy to that she accepted kasi parang very excited sa uminom ng beer eh. Parang beer drinker talaga. So,
Okay. Oh,
yeah,
sige.
nakakatawa,
Sino?
nakakatawa.
So,
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, we have a female guest. June, introduce Miss Elizabeth, aka Miss Badit.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Wala
Hi.
wala na talaga. Ubus
Oh,
na ako.
naubos na.
Kanina pa ako, tubig na nga lang iniinom ko eh, para
Okay,
hindi siya
mukhang
maubos.
mukhang late tayo.
Umabot
Hi
na naman ng isang
guys.
oras. Shoot.
Okay.
Pinagantay mo
So,
si
Oo
Badit.
nga. Sorry, ang daldal ko, Badit.
No, it's okay. I was very interested in everything you were saying naman. Yeah, very interesting.
Ayan.
So,
So,
yeah.
so
anong test ni Badit, Raoul? Anong
Oh my
papatanong mo sa
God.
kanya?
Kapatid namin. Oo,
Heavy
nabuksan
ano.
niya yung mixtape.
no, okay, but just to
Yeah.
get this, to give like the people na who's watching us, diba? Ang idea kasi is to get somebody to taste the brewer's beer, diba? And get something and try to learn something from
Ah,
from the
ask,
brewers and then educate our beer drinkers kung ano ba yung bakit ba craft beer, 'di ba? Parang gano'n. We try to educate the people, right? So,
yan. Okay. Back to
okay.
the ano.
Oh,
Pahingi ng
so
libreng beer.
Yan. So you're
okay.
having now, right now, where everyone is having the mixtape, no? Okay.
Ay, sorry.
Oh,
Okay,
pareho naubos yan,
mixtape.
ha? Pareho naubos yan, ha? Mixtape
Yeah. How
muna
was it?
tayo.
How was it?
Ayan.
How's the
Raul, tell
mixtape?
us more about mixtape,
Yeah.
the pale ale.
Yep.
Ayan.
Okay, sige. Do an intro. I have one, pero nabuksan ko na kagabi. Nag-advance na ako. Uh, so we made this. It's an American pale ale, mostly Cascade hop. It's very simple recipe actually, and the idea is to it's a still an entry level craft beer, but with the hops flavor, very tropical fruity flavor from the Cascade hops. So we made this for yung mga friends namin na DJ. So I mentioned kanina I used to DJ and then I have some friends. So maybe every batch of mixtape pale ale, I asked them to make a mixtape for us. And it's a 1 hour mixtape. So we post that in Elias. And kapag ginawa nila yon, they get a 4-pack of a mixtape pale ale. And also,
Talaga?
if you can use the DJ code, they have a DJ code. So in the
Yeah,
poster, we
yeah.
have a DJ code. So they get 50 pesos every mixtape can that you buy if you use the DJ code. And for you, pag ginamit mo yung DJ code, you get a free delivery. Free shipping. Free shipping. Yeah, free shipping.
Yung
So it's a win-win.
what do you think of the mixtape, Badit? Did you enjoy it?
Um, well, yeah, actually, when the pandemic started, when the quarantine started, I ordered this one from the Wicked Elias
Oh,
website.
thank you.
I think it was April, May. So, sobrang init nun, di ba? Tapos, this is a great summertime beer, I can say.
Yeah,
It's really
thank
very, it is an IPA, so you can really taste na hoppy pa din siya. Pero, medyo fruity. It's on the tropical side. It's
yeah.
very, yeah, you can really taste the tropical fruits in it. For me, I can taste mangoes. Mango, banana. So, I don't know if
That's good.
Wow.
invento ko
Yeah,
lang,
that's from the youth.
invento ko lang ba yun?
Galing, ah.
Pero
Galing,
Oh,
ah.
it's good. Yeah, yeah.
nilalistahan ko talaga, yeah.
Na
And
ano ako, teka, talaga?
it's
Oo
really
nga, no?
exciting kasi
Ininom ko
parang
lang eh.
way back, the craft beer are usually just basta bitter, parang ganon. Tapos ngayon, it's actually one of the first na local craft beer na in-order ko nung nag-start yung pandemic. Nung nag-start ako mag-binge drink on local craft beers,
Binge
tapos
drink.
nagulat ako na parang, wow, it's really different. Very different from what we're having before. Ganun. Sobrang, ano na siya, parang very flavorful.
Thank you. Thank you.
But then, like, so, kailan ka nag, like, what is your first craft beer or when did you start drinking?
When did I start drinking?
And then, what is your
um,
first craft beer?
sige. When did I first start drinking? It's um when I was 3, 4. No, hindi naman. It's because
Ganun ah.
um we are a family of beer drinkers. Like I grew up
There you
seeing
go. Kaya pala.
my grandma every night for dinner they would open a can of San Mig pale tapos magsha-share sila over dinner. So it's really something that I see every day. People in my household, they drink beer not to get wasted or not to get par intoxicated. They just like the flavor. They like to pair it with their food. So, parang,
Yeah,
ayun,
tama.
doon din, for me, ganun din siya. Parang, habang nagdi-dinner, or habang kumakain ng chips, may beer. Hindi naman yun like, oh, may problema ako, inom ako ng beer. No,
Two
it's just
bottles.
enjoying it. Pampatulog, ganun.
Enjoy lang. Actually, iba pampagana kumain eh. My titos used to drink like 2 beers before eating. Pero talagang grabe naman yung kain nila. No?
Oo. Sa akin, like that,
Especially on
every
vacation.
night.
Every
Oo.
night
Sa
your dad
akin,
drinks. So.
yeah, but it's just one can max talaga. Tapos I think nung bata kasi ako, lagi ako tumatambay sa office table niya when he's doing, our business at late at night, ganun. So feeling ko, pinapasip niya ako ng beer para siguro antukin na ako. Para, para hindi na ako magulo. Para matulog na ako, ganun. So, every night talaga, papainumin niya ako, badit. So, one sip, ganun. So,
Parang Benadryl mo pala yun.
oo. Feeling ko ganun. So, parang feeling ko doon yata na-build yung tolerance and the my appreciation for beer as a drink, not as something na parang to get drunk.
Kasi 'di ba yung nauuso yung barley drink, 'di ba? Yung yung ano to? Yeah, healthy, 'di ba? Barley drink. So,
Yeah.
beer is made from barley, craft beer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
1, 2
tama,
bottles,
tama.
yeah. It has the
Barley and
health benefits.
barley and hops.
Yeah,
Diba?
just a few bottles, yeah. Yeah, two bottles is usually recommended per day.
Yeah, like
Per
Yeah,
night.
my Lola lived until 94 before she passed
Ha!
away, and she was drinking beer every night. So,
In the right
yeah.
cut.
There you go. Some questions we need to address. We'll do that later, but let's talk more about yung experience mo with craft beer, Badit. And it's very rare that a woman is. I'm not saying konti lang, but it's refreshing that that we have women drinkers like you enjoying local and Philippine craft beers. Diba, Makita?
Um, actually, yun nga, during the quarantine talaga, as in every single night, I would post on my Instagram about either plants or beers. And a lot of my female, a lot of my female friends are very interested. And you would be surprised. A lot of them na-enjoy nila mga porter, mga stout.
Oh,
Oh,
there you go.
oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah.
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 Sige, hindi ko na sasabihin ko anong brand. Brand X. But yeah, they like
Brand X. Okay lang naman yung
the
brand.
coffee porter. Ayan.
Ayun. June,
Like
any
ano ba yan?
questions?
Local ba yan? Yung brand X na yan? Local?
Yeah. Local. Suki
Ah,
ako. Si
don't worry.
Tito
Ito
Tony.
yan,
Si Tita Tony.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the coffee, Philippines yun. Woohoo!
Cycle
Kasi,
Yeah.
Chinese.
di ba? Like, but at
Yeah.
the end of the day, like, our community are, like, united. Even though that we're competing each other, pero we're helping each other to grow the business. Diba? So,
Yeah.
walang competition talaga. Diba?
Walang
So,
animosity.
yeah,
Competition
but
is healthy
I
naman.
think, and I think the beauty of, like, of craft beer kasi is, like, for example, for me, like me personally, diba? Like, I love drinking pale ale or IPA. I like at night I'll go out and drink, like, halimbawa beer from brewery A, brewery B, C, like as long as it's pale ale. So it doesn't matter whether, and then I will stick to the beer na like, oh, mas gusto ko to. This beer yung iinumin ko for the whole night. But I will not stop drinking other beers kasi I want to
Correct.
try it.
Yes.
I think that's how
Tama yan.
ayun yung maganda, di ba? Yung introduction ng craft beer, you don't stay dun sa isang klase ng beer lang. You always want to try other beer from other breweries, di ba?
Yeah. Actually, right now, yung mga breweries, they're having their own signature of beer, di ba? Yung saan sila talaga nagpo-focus
Yes,
on their
that's
style.
right.
So, yeah.
Tama,
Like,
tama.
yeah, I think that's good.
Ano
Merong
example, Raoul?
Well, let's say let's say I mentioned Santiago kanina. I mean, his dark beer is really
That's
good.
fun.
You know, is he roasted his own malt, so it
Yeah,
makes sense. I think well,
I like his
there are some
IPA
New
too.
England IPAs for maybe Tony and our three stars and far away. Let's say New England IPAs. You know, not all brewers are making New England IPAs, right? So
Yes, yes.
kanya-kanya na ano. And Mad Bull has also good beer, so he focuses on a lot of the European hops. So I think that's
Mm-hmm.
a really good idea. What else? The brewery, Guimaras Ghost. I'm a fan. You know, Sour Ale. I
Mm.
feel like they're
Yeah,
Yeah, yun yung ininom natin na pichel-pichel nung
oh,
last time, di ba?
sarap, bro. Oo, 'di ba?
inubos
Oo.
natin.
Yeah.
Oo. So I think they're getting their own identity, right? So every brewery, it's good.
Okay,
There you go.
eto, Raul, there's one question here. I think, Gino, paki-assist mo nga i-post yung
Which
kay
who's
Jean,
Gina?
kay Jean.
Jeans. Okay, there you go. I don't know where Jean is. It looks like probably abroad. New to the page, I was wondering what varietal of beer is the Filipino into.
Mm.
I would imagine lagers and blonde ales because of the heat. Well, Raul, yeah, you can answer that. And
Yeah, hi
June
Jean.
also, you
Yeah, I
can
talked to Jean. I think he's based in Stockton. So
Stockton.
yeah, we chat about the industry right now. Um, Filipino, so maybe 90% still lager and light beers, blonde ales, golden ale. But the craft beer enthusiast or like us brewers, we enjoy an IPA. So I think it depends, the target market. General public, I think it's still a light beer.
Yeah.
And then that's why our blonde ale moves really fast. It's not like the best beer that we make, but
Blue Eyes naman, di ba?
when I say the best, it's the happiest maybe, the more
Akala ko kasi
no,
brand mo Blue Eyes eh, kaya mabenta.
Uh,
Ayan,
so
June.
yeah, the general public still
Yeah.
likes the light beer.
Let's hear from June. June is our the president of Craft Beer Association of the Philippines. Anong masya? Well, he's actually on hold.
Okay. No, no, no. I'm
Anyway,
here.
yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah. I can hear you.
Yeah, yeah. Same question from Jean Milonida. Uh, what's your take
Well,
on that?
well, that's true, 'di ba? Like majority of our beer drinker, 'di ba? They still drink light lager, blend ales. Well,
Mm-hmm.
'di
Kasi
ba?
I think
So,
the IPA is also generally one of the more sought after style after these two, no? After pale ale,
Yeah.
IPA is becoming a
that's right.
thing.
That's right. Yeah.
The hazy,
So,
the
I mean, if you
juicy
really
for
look at,
the West
yeah,
Coast, diba?
like I've been talking to a few brewers, 'di ba? Like, what is your most sellable beers? Usually, it's the most sellable beers uh are the lagers or the light ones, 'di ba? Like cream ale, blonde ale. Kasi lager, only a few brewers lang naman who do lagers really kasi it's hard
Yes.
to brew, right? Pero like yung iba like Kolsch, basta light, they're yun yung kanilang more much sellable beer. Tapos in terms naman talagang craft beer, ang umiinom naman are really the craft beer geeks, 'di ba? Yung craft beer drinker na. Like,
Yeah.
'di ba, na really follow what's out there na especially the pale ale, the IPA or the specialty styles na parang 'di ba? Like just to mention si Hideout, 'di ba? Like yung mga ube, like si kay Tony, like yung Imagine, 'di ba? Langka at saka saging, 'di ba? Or sa beer mo. 'Di ba? Parang meron ba nun?
Very
'Di ba? So but of course, this is the beauty of craft beer. So you can actually as a brewer you can actually think of a lot of things and incorporate flavors to your beer. So, parang hindi tayo, it doesn't stop from drinking just light lagers, di ba?
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, like me, pale ale and IPA.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, I have a comment. Is it because
Yes.
of the price point of these beers? That's why they're our best sellers.
Well,
Maybe
we cannot.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so. Yeah, maybe the flavor.
Ayan si
If
Badito
we
is a
release
good,
let's say pale ale, that's
representative of a certain demographic.
yeah, maybe
'Di
it's
May
Yeah,
the
certain
from
demographic
the
ba?
from the non craft beer person,
still the night.
as a consumer, parang never the for me, never the price point. Even if I bring friends na parang hindi naman sila talaga craft beer drinker but they're interested kasi sobrang passionate. Like me and my fiance, we're really big craft beer drinkers. We always bring them to brew house. To beer house, sorry. To beer house sa Capitolio. So we
yes.
always bring our friends there and we always give them the flight. Tapos usually nagugustuhan talaga nila
Too nice.
something na very easy to drink.
That's right.
Parang
Yung easy drinking.
pag tinanong mo anong commercial beer yung gusto mo? Sabi, mga Hoegaarden type. Ganon.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Very small percentage lang yun. Parang sobrang excited ako pag may nakikita akong friend na nagugustuhan niya yung really dark beer. So
Yeah.
parang, uy, yan din gusto mo. Pareho tayo.
Yeah.
Ganun.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Well, that, di ba? Like, kasi even, not, like, hindi lang sa beer, di ba? Like, if you're introducing something to people na hindi naman nila nakasanayan gawin or inumin, di ba? It's, sometimes they try to back off, right? But, that,
Safe side.
yeah. So, kaya kami, that's why we were doing this, is we really try to educate people, di ba? Huwag kayong matakot, di ba? Try something different, di ba? We're not competing with other or bigger breweries. We're just giving people more options to drink. Kung ano yung pwede nyong inumin, di ba? We're not, well, kung gusto nyong uminom at to get drunk, it's good. But what we offer is flavors, di ba? So,
Yeah.
kung gusto mo now, ngayong gabi, medyo malamig, di ba? So, drink a higher alcohol. Tapos bukas, mainit, drink something light, di ba? We have everything in our list na pwede namin i-offer no, diba? So I think that's the beauty
So
of
ngayong gabi, drink
craft beer.
Maximus. Yun ba yun?
Yes, and Raul, tell
Woo!
us more.
Yeah. We
What
have a
is
treat. We have a
Maximus?
treat. Oh, that's our treat to you guys.
Oo nga eh.
Thank you.
So
Thank you,
yeah.
Raul.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Thanks,
tinanggal
Raul.
na namin yung wax. Baka mahirapan kayo
Yeah,
during
yun nga
the
Actually, I was looking forward to the wax. Tapos, ay,
uh,
okay.
the next batch. So,
Nag-message ako
Next
kay
batch,
Mig,
meron na.
sabi ko kay Migs walang wax. Sabi niya, papadala na lang daw niya ako kandila. Ako na lang daw
Yeah.
maglalagay ng wax.
yeah. Yeah, we're still
Yeah.
working on the next version of our wax kasi it's medyo mahirap tanggalin yung first batch. Of course, it's a DIY. Getting a wax is very expensive. I don't know. I don't even know where to get a wax because dito sa US, very spoiled. You can just get a wax and just put it in the bottles. Just heat it and put it in the bottles. Pero sa atin, we don't have that, diba? So, we have
Floor wax
our
meron
own
tayo. Floor wax.
recipe for a wax.
Marami tayo floor wax.
Yeah. So the Maximus is, of course, a collaboration between us and Drink Me Dirty and Limtoaco. So we're happy to. Actually,
Yeah.
the key there was the barrel from Limtoaco. So Migs and Renz pitched me the idea. They can get a barrel, and why not? I haven't tried barrel aging. Honestly, was very worried what will happen to the beer. We brewed a Russian Imperial Stout, and we just added in a barrel. Actually, the barrel it was not the freshest barrel, I can say, because there were some delays in the production. There was a pandemic, but yeah.
Daming fans ni Batita.
No, that's my friend. That's my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it turned out it's a brandy barrel aged, so you get a lot of. I can say it's a fruitcake in a bottle. It's a fruitcake in a bottle. It's
Fruitcake in
a
a
lot of
bottle.
Okay.
Ah.
a lot
So
of dark raisins,
Dark
dark
fruits.
Mm.
berries, dark fruits, raisins. Yon.
Yeah,
You get the
on the
oak.
nose. You get that on
Um,
the nose actually.
very brandy-like,
Mhm.
winey.
May
Yeah.
warmth
Yun.
talaga siya pag initial sip mo eh, di ba?
Mm. So, and of
So,
course, we don't have the barrel aging equipment. I feel like there's a better, lesser oxidation in terms of transferring and carbonating it. We don't have that, but we tried our best to still release the beer. So,
this is ageable also, di ba, Raul?
yeah, it is
How do you
11%.
recommend? How do you recommend the aging na you get 3, drink it in 2 years, or you get 5?
Yeah, maybe compare
Di
it
ba?
once a year.
Uh,
It's a winter
for
sipping beer. So
sipping
yeah,
beer.
near a
Sabi
fireplace.
ni Sabi ni Badit kanina, wow, 11%. Sabi ko, pwede mo naman i-share eh.
Yeah,
Kasi naman sa
Bakit
fiancé.
i-share?
Ayun, tingnan mo.
yeah,
No, the
Bakit daw niya
mixtape,
i-share?
ito yung shinare ko, yung mixtape, yun yung nagustuhan niya.
yeah,
So,
Ayan,
Badit, so what can you tell yung Maximus ni
yeah. What do you
mixtape.
think?
what do
My
you
God.
think?
So,
At first, actually, kinabahan ako kasi yun nga, 11%. Tapos, it's brandy. Alam niyo naman, dito in the Philippines, may connotation na pag brandy, parang tatay drink, tito drink, di ba? Parang something na medyo nakakasimangot, ganun. But I was very surprised. It's really good. I can taste, sinabi ko kay Migs to eh. Alam niyo ba to? Ay, yung sea coconut. It's a cough mixture. But it's
ah,
in a
yeah,
good
yeah,
way.
yeah.
In a good
Yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah. I know that. I know that.
Ito daw. Yeah. So,
Alam ko
in a
yan.
good way, it tastes like burnt kiamoy for me.
Yep.
Mm.
Pero
Yep.
hindi siya yung parang yak lasang tempra or yak lasang cough syrup. Ito parang something different. It's very, very different. Yeah. And I actually like it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Very, very interesting taste.
Yeah.
Kalahati pa lang ako kasi alam ko na kailangan magsalita. So, natatakot din ako natatakot din ako uminom ng marami. Hindi pa ako nagdi-dinner. Yun nga, 11%.
How about
Licorice,
you, Gino
perhaps.
and June? What do you think?
Ako, I'm getting the ano, I'm actually trying to enjoy it. I'm getting more the dark fruits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like ako nung first time kong na-try ito, 'di ba? Ano kagad eh, like raisins, I got fruit cake talaga eh, fruit cakes eh, 'di ba? Like yung aroma or the thing that you'll get. So, I like it. I like it. Ito yun. That's why buti ito yung pina-taste mo tonight. Di ba?
Sayang nga, wala akong nadala dito niyan eh. Nandun pa sa mag-age pa.
But
Yeah.
Raul, how long is the aging for this beer? Gaano
Um,
katagal?
yeah, it's 11%. It can last for several years. Pero I noticed, yeah, usually I drank it after 2 years, 3 years. Maybe just
No,
save some bottles for a few more years just to see how.
yeah, but this one is gaano mo siya in-age? Gaano
Oh yeah,
katagal?
yeah.
How long?
Actually, it was 6 months age in a barrel. Marami kaming hiccups during the aging Kasi we had the barrel leak kasi it was not the barrel. We had to open it up again or close it actually. Add more like sanitizer there and alcohol. And yeah, medyo may hindi it's not also that full kasi nga na-delay yung production because of the crisis. So we aged it before pandemic. We actually had plans to do 3 barrels. So we had plans to do brandy, whiskey, and rum. Sayang lang, yun nga, because of the pandemic, we had to stop and focus on the core beers, di ba? Kasi these beers kasi, um, before we
Yep,
sell it, you
yeah.
need to have 6 months, or this was aged for 6 months. So the next batch that we are planning with the DMD, we'll be doing a whiskey barrel, fresh from Limtoaco. We'll be adding more roasty character to it. We wanted to be imperial strong imperial stout. And yeah, some more learnings that we got from the first barrel. So I'm very excited. I don't know. Hopefully, we can pull that again. It's something that at least may inaantay kaming beer. Di ba? It's fun eh.
Yeah,
Just the
that's right.
waiting process is the fun part. Meron kang inaantay. So
Or baka merong nanonood na ano dito, like on nasa ibang business like distilling na nagbabarrel, 'di ba? You can actually share your barrel to us and let's do a collaboration. So we're open. We're very open. I think this is the beauty of craft beer. I mean, not just from different industry, but even within the industry, we do a lot of collaboration between two brewers, 'di ba? Collaborating together and come up with a beer. I think yun yung maganda, 'di ba? Idea nung isa,
With an
technical
amazing product.
na yes, 'di ba?
Yes.
yeah, and yeah, yun lang
Uh,
siguro. It's
um,
good that yeah, first time we tried it, and syempre nakakatakot din mag-release ng beer, di ba? It's expensive if it's not good, and but I feel like we can only, just keep on trying and maybe we can get there, di ba? So I'm really happy that we get some good feedback from this, pero hopefully we can still produce more better quality in the future
Yeah,
or
but
more different barrels.
'di ba? I think
yeah.
it's even like for us as a brewer, 'di ba? This is hard. It's not easy. Like kasi the 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 thing is like your barrel it's open, 'di ba? Hindi siya fully
Exactly.
sanitized. So
Yeah.
so talagang nakadepende ka kung ano nang magiging outcome ng aging mo, 'di ba?
Exactly.
It's really it's hard. It's really
Yeah.
hard.
Parang you're gambling on it, no?
Exactly,
Yeah,
Sobrang bigat
bro.
nun,
that's
no?
right.
Oo, imagine mo kung hindi masarap yung beer, then we dump it, how much will that
Yeah,
cost
yeah.
us, 'di ba?
That's
So
right. It's
parang
like
So
we
it's
Tsaka
went
like a
it's
every
not
gamble,
6
sanitized.
no?
months,
yeah, and
and then
It's
it's
we
not
not
just dump.
it's
Yeah,
not it's not the ingredients it's the time that you
exactly.
spent from waiting
Yeah.
and it's hindi yung mga hindi yung mga ingredients is just one thing but the time that you waited for this yun yung medyo masakit doon diba? So
Exactly.
it's
Oo.
challenge
Mm.
so if you get this beer like makuha mo na hindi kumbaga drinkable hindi wala siyang hindi masama, 'di ba? I
Yeah,
think you should appreciate it, 'di ba?
yeah. Thanks, bro. Yeah.
So, thank you Raul for this.
Ayan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. With
We have a question about Maximus, no? From Gene again. Generally, I think we can all answer this. How is it on the nose? For me, most barrel aged beer is really strong on the nose. I'll go
It is.
first. This is no exception. You can taste. You can on the nose. You can the dark fruits, the berries, dark berries, prunes, tsaka yung the oak.
prunes.
It's really evident.
Yeah, yeah,
Prunes, dried
yeah,
dark berries and stuff.
yeah.
Also, may heat siya sa nose na naaamoy mo kagad. It's probably because of the alcohol na Raul.
Yeah,
When
that's the
that's
11%. Yeah,
when
right.
you
Yeah,
inhale it, that's your first impression. No, Jean, I
yeah.
hope that answers your question. Miss Badit, what do you think?
Why me? I don't
Uminom
even
ka rin eh.
smell I don't even smell the things that I drink. Iniinom ko na lang siya. But yeah. For this one, kanina pina-try ko kay fiancé. Siyempre, amin niya muna. At first, intimidating nga siya. Kasi parang, wow, nakaka-shock na, hala, ano to. But it's not, when you taste it, it's very different. For me, it's very different from the smell. It's actually not as intimidating. Parang sa nose lang siya na parang mukhang matapang to or something. Yeah, but it's a whole different level when you taste it. It's really very fruity, very toasty for me.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Okay.
Yeah, those
Like
are correct
ako
descriptors for
naman,
that.
like
To June, yeah.
nung yung initial ko, it's like port, 'di ba? Like your wine, it's like the port, 'di ba? It's really
Parang
parang
fortified wine
parang
yung naamoy mo.
yes, 'di ba? Parang yun yung parang mga latak nung wine 'di ba? Parang nandoon yung parang uh ano ba to? Parang concentration ng flavor nandoon, 'di ba? That's how you drink, 'di ba? Yung port ganun. It's close to sweet, it's medyo sweet siya, but it's heavy on the palate and yung flavor niya medyo uh, heavy. Pero 'di ba? Yun yung ano ko, yung nakukuha kong nose dito.
Okay.
But pag when you start drinking it, it's hindi siya ano, madali siyang inumin. It's medyo may pagka-light, but
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Pero ano
Kasi
talaga,
yung thick
ang
na
ano talaga is
flavor
ano talaga,
has sweet and there are stouts that are thick, diba?
fruitcake raisins
yeah.
talaga to.
Ngayon ko lang na na-realize, I was looking at the recipe. Actually, we used a special B. It's a caramel 150 and it gives you a lot of the raisins character. Actually.
The raisiny
I'd like
character.
to add something. This is something that I would recommend to mga friends ko na wine
Wine
drinkers.
drinkers, yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
na
you.
parang if gusto nila mag-try ng beer, I'd give them this one and they would be surprised. Na parang, uy, hindi pala siya lasang beer. Parang, yeah, something close
Wine like
to
this.
people who'd appreciate wine.
Yeah. For 300 pesos, you can only get Novelino for a wine, and at least you get a wine beer hybrid.
Wine beer hybrid. There you go.
Yeah. And then that's something then that sometimes people are always saying, why is your craft beer expensive? I mean, in the wine world, people are buying 5,000 peso wine, 10,000 peso wine,
Yes,
1,000 peso wine. Why
that's
can't
true.
we introduce a beer that can also sell like
No.
300 pesos and still,
Okay.
get that wine character, or some flavorful characters to it.
Raul,
Oh,
let me answer you that,
Yeah,
'di ba?
that's true.
Kasi like
I've always told them
okay, I think the reason is, 'di ba? Kasi people compare, kasi at the end of the day it's beer, right? So we're being compared to other commercial lager na bakit how come they
yeah.
can sell their beer at this price and craft beer is this, 'di ba? Ang layo, 'di ba? But the thing is they have to understand that it's an economic of scale, right? It's the volume that they're producing compared to our beer. Okay. So like they're producing like thousands of liters in every batch. Tayo like 100 lang. 'Di ba? So yun doon pa lang ang laki na ng factor, 'di ba? It's so but the thing is, as I said always, diba, na we're not competing with them. What we do is we're just offering people a choice to drink other flavors of beer, diba?
yeah.
So
An
and
alternative
we're
to
not an
flavor.
alternative, diba? Parang hindi naman I mean kasi it's hindi ko naman sinasabi na I used to be like that, 'di ba? Pag uminom ako dati, kailangan pag umuwi ako, hindi ako makakauwi ng diretso, 'di ba? Kailangan gagapang ako, 'di ba? But we're trying, that's our culture, 'di ba? No, 'di ba? Si Gino,
Yeah.
si Gino, lagi ko nakikita ganun yan pag uminom. Okay? So, so the thing is, we're trying, that's our culture, right? So now we're trying to change that culture that people will drink because they want to enjoy the flavor, right? Diba? Like halimbawa, like diba people will, diba, tatanungin ka, bakit ka umiinom ng beer at lunchtime? Diba? Parang why? Diba? Like
Yeah.
one
May
beer,
problema ka
beer,
ba?
diba?
May problema ka
Diba?
ba?
So yun we want, that's what we want to change, yung culture of that drinking, 'di ba? Hindi mo kailangan uminom ng bakit ba ako umiinom ng marami, 'di ba? Kailangan it's just like one beer or two bottles ng beer is good, 'di ba? And then go home and then next day try it again, try other beer from other breweries. 'Di ba? Everybody will be happy.
No,
Right?
yeah. Just to add, June, about the pricing. I think it's because lumaki din tayo na mura yung beer.
Yeah.
Mm.
The wine industry, actually they did a good marketing starting from, just in Italy, in Rome, they've been drinking wine with the, emperors, or they did a good marketing. So if you're selling a 1,000 wine, it actually sounds cheap, di ba? Parang 1,000
Yeah.
wine lang. Pero minsan nagbe-base pa yung tao sa price ng wine para sabihin masarap siya, di ba? Parang pag bibili ka ng
Mm.
wine, bibili ka ba ng 1,000 versus pag may nakita kang 1,700 or 2,500 within
Masarap
your
kaagad.
budget, di ba? Masarap agad pag mahal, di ba? So I think
Pag nasa Europe ka bro, wala naman gano'n, 'di ba? Wala naman mga brand yung wine nila, eh.
exactly, di ba?
When you're
House
in
wine.
Europe, you just, "Oh, house wine lang, galing lang sa banga, sa jar pa nga
And
minsan,
it's
eh, 'di ba?"
cheap. And it's
Oh,
cheap, di
yeah,
ba?
it's
It's
cheap.
cheap.
Cheaper
Yeah.
than water, 'di
Deeper than
ba?
water, exactly. Oh, so
So,
yeah, that's the thing. Eh. We grew up knowing that a beer is only 30 pesos, 35 pesos. So kapag nag-release ka ng
mhm,
beer that's far from that price, sabihin nila it's mahal naman yan, ginto naman yung beer mo, di ba? So
kasalanan sa Diyos. Bakit yung kape ng Starbucks gano'n din 'yun, ah,
Mm.
yeah, actually sana
Yeah.
mag-shift
'di
tayo
ba?
doon. That's the plan is hopefully people will understand that, a beer can also be 100 pesos because of the quality, the ingredients that we use.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, we're ano eh, 'di ba? Like we as the sa industry, 'di ba? We're trying to find that sweet spots eh, 'di ba? Like until now, 'di ba? We're still trying kung ano yung papaano natin mabibuild yung or maka-capture yung ibang market, yung ibang beer market eh, 'di ba? So we'll see kung ano. We're really trying hard to offer not just I mean quality beer. I mean I can't guarantee that we can offer like really like uh low cost or not low cost cheaper not cheaper but affordable beer,
More competitive.
more competitive. But the thing is it's uh mag ano ba to? How would I say that? Gino, help me.
I wasn't
Uh,
listening. Okay.
no, 'di ba?
Thinking
Like
Maximus.
hindi yung ano eh, 'di ba?
Iniisip ko
It's
si
not the
Maximus,
price,
eh.
'di ba? It's not the price. It's like
Yeah, go ahead.
if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can if people can buy like at 100 peso milk tea, I think you should able to afford craft beer, 'di ba? That gives more
It's,
flavor, 'di
yeah.
ba? Eh,
Actually, ganito lang naman yan, eh, oh. It's for me, Jun, I always tell
yung
people
logic mo,
na
let's say
ganito lang
logic.
yan. I-realign nyo lang yung expenses nyo. Okay, i-realign nyo lang yung expenses nyo. It's pretty similar to when you're buying a 180 peso na Starbucks drink, a frappuccino or something. Um, pag yung mga anak ko bumibili nun, kasi gusto nila yun, eh, di ba? Ay, parang sabi ko, shit, beer yun, ah. Ganun yung tingin ko, eh. Imagine, coming from me, my kids buy a 180 peso frap. Sabi ko, tangin isang lata ng beer na yun, ah. Parang ganun yung tingin ko. So,
Okay.
naalala ko yung ibang tao na sinasabi, craft beer, eh. 'Di ba? Sabi ko, hindi dude, i-realign mo lang yung ano mo, yung expenses mo, 'di ba? Eh di imbes na Starbucks bilhin mo ngayon, mag-try ka mag-craft beer, 'di ba? Ilan binibili mo ano, 'di ba? Bigyan kitang card din, tatatakan ko for you para
May
libre kay
planner
Raoul.
din, may planner.
'Di ba? Bigyan ka namin ng planner.
And then and then
Yan ang planner ni
okay, and
June,
then
'di ba?
for
Yeah.
yeah, and then for those people who just go into craft beer or try like yung mga beginners, 'di ba? Okay, remember, not even me, 'di ba? Like I've been drinking a lot of beers, 'di ba? There are beers na hindi talaga para sa akin. Like
Mm.
okay,
Yes.
except for this kasi sayang to, 'di ba? Ang sarap nito eh. Right? But but like dark
What's
beers,
your ano ba?
hindi
Ano bang
ako.
preference mo sa styles? June.
No,
Pale ale, 'di
pale
ba? Pale
ale
ale ka?
at saka IPA. Yes, I can drink that all night, 'di ba? Walang hanggang gumapang ako, like I'll drink that. Pero like give me a stout or darker beer or okay. Like Pero hindi, I can only drink like one bottle. That's it, 'di ba? So what I'm saying is, doon sa mga magta-try, yung mga bago, sa dami ng styles ng craft beer na ino-offer locally, most probably there's one beer
Mm.
that will fit your taste, or 'di ba, na gusto mo, na tipong, uy, ito yung gusto ko, ito yung style na gusto ko. It doesn't mean na coming, halimbawa, for example, galing kay Elias, 'di ba? Na, uy, itong pale ale ni Elias ang iinumin ko lang, 'di ba? Hindi, 'di ba? Remember, there are other brewers who do pale ale also. So now, ang nakita ko kasi sa craft beer drinkers kasi, hindi sila depend, like not like before na we only drink same beer, same from same company. But now we drink same style but from different brewery, 'di ba? Yun yung, 'di ba? Pagalingan na lang. So ito na lang yung masasabi ko sa mga brewers sa Philippines, 'di ba? Pagalingan na lang kayo, 'di ba? Pasarapan na lang, 'di ba? Yun. 'Di ba, Gino?
Which is good kasi most of our brewers naman masasarap naman yung beers talaga.
Yeah, yes.
'Di ba?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Magaling lang sa marketing yung iba. Lalo na yung mga tito.
Yeah, actually, and I think that's something that we have to to work on, the business side of it. How can we penetrate the market with our craft
Yeah,
beer?
yeah.
Is it just the price point?
That
Is it
goes hand
the
in hand, no?
branding, marketing? Like
Yes.
for example, ito na lang. I always want to produce, a New England IPA, double IPA, West Coast IPA, but I can't do that. I don't think my business will survive if I just produce IPAs, di ba? So I have to produce something light and something um, entry level craft
Yeah.
beer. I
It's,
need to pay my capital, operating expenses every month, and sometimes on a business scale, you adjust the business model based on what do you think will make you will survive your business.
sustain. Yes.
Yeah, but also it doesn't stop you from trying, barrel aged beer, and people can still enjoy some good barrel aged beer. So it's just a balance of. It's very very hard right now. If you ask me, running a brewery in the Philippines is very hard, bro. Especially during the pandemic, there was a liquor ban. It's
Yeah.
Yeah,
tough.
yeah.
Running a commercial too. BIR can go to us. FDA, people asking for FDA. We're very exposed, di ba? So
Yeah, true.
and even the challenges of
Hindi,
working.
nakikipandemic din sila eh. Kaya sila pumupunta sa ano,
Yeah,
nakikipandemic.
the challenges of brewing a big batch. I feel like we need to have maybe a yeast laboratory or a quality QA lab but we have to invest on it, and even just a carbonation from the bright tank, you have to have a carbonation tester, which is expensive, like $2,000 carbonation tester,
Yeah,
and something that we cannot just do it like
that's
one by
true.
one every keg to check it. There are a lot of challenges. I
Oo
can
nga,
see
oo nga.
a lot of challenges, but we're trying our best, and we know that the craft beer community or industry will grow, and yeah, we just have to work on those challenges together. Bringing new ingredients. We have plans to bring new hops, new malts, working on our import license, and adding more varieties. Maybe introducing some packaging. It's always a challenge, but yeah, I think we're in a good path. We're in a good path. We'll be there. We'll be there.
I
Uh,
have a question for Raul.
yes, yes.
Just like,
Mhm.
is it a goal for local breweries now one day to be selling in supermarkets and groceries? Kasi for me, that's one thing that I enjoy when going abroad. Like in New Zealand, kahit sa countdown, which is like their 7-Eleven, any time of the day, there's like an entire aisle of
Yeah,
craft beer na you can just purchase
Mm.
anytime. You don't have to wait in line, you don't have to
yeah.
do anything. Lahat nandoon eh. So is it something na parang goal din ng mga local breweries na one day nasa grocery sila, nasa supermarket?
Yeah. For Elias, yes, definitely. All
Mm.
the channels that we can do, we actually have online and then the tap room and some distribution with our distributors. So we're looking at selling our beers to groceries and supermarkets. The
Hmm.
thing there is you need to have FDA, right? The first thing is you need to have FDA because
Ah.
Yes.
these supermarkets will look for FDA. FDA takes 1 year, 1.5 years. So maybe you're opening a business, you have to at least sustain it for the next, few years before you can even sell it in
May
grocery
pandemic
supermarkets.
sila. Wala pang pandemic, may pandemic na sa FDA.
It takes a while.
That's
They're getting better. Actually, they're getting better. I see a
actually,
lot of
yeah,
yeah, di ba?
I've heard a lot of good things about FDA now.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
And
June can confirm also. Yeah.
I think they're getting
Yung
better.
question ni Badit is a distribution question actually.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well,
In the Philippines, you have to have FDA before you can distribute
Ah.
beer.
No,
Yeah,
okay,
kasi
but
Because
I
some
mean,
you need
some
enough.
no, like for
just
me kasi there's an impression na some craft brewers, they don't want to be sellouts. Na parang, ay, hindi namin goal maging supermarket level.
Yeah, well,
Parang
there's
okay.
also
ganon,
that.
di
No,
ba?
that's true.
There's
Maybe
okay.
some
also
brewers
that.
are.
Just to give
Yeah.
you an idea, those brewers who say that are the brewers that they really want to keep their production small, right? But at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you're doing this because I mean, okay, there's two things here, right? There's people who come or go into this craft beer industry to do what they love and to pursue business, right? So those
Hmm.
people who do that are the people who thinks that, oh, I want to sell my beer sa mga supermarket, 'di ba? And then yung meron namang iba na like, okay, brewer ako na I brew my own beer, so I want to keep small and then just share a brew beer na okay lang, 'di ba? Pag naubos, okay na. I'm happy with that, 'di ba? So like it's like a hobby, right? Hobby lang 'yan.
Mm.
Ginagawa nila 'yan for extra kasi they have extra time. Pero at the end of the day, yung mga people who invested so much for equipments, they want to be in the supermarket and they
Generally,
want
Yeah.
yes,
to
they
sell.
want to
Yes.
have a good distribution.
Okay,
For
but
example, no, like give some
okay.
brewer examples, June also. So Badit would understand though.
Yep. So, like for example, I mean, most some of our beers naman are available na like in Landers in big supermarket like
Yeah.
Crazy Carabao, Encanto, Monkey Eagle, right? Some
Mm.
I mean, just to mention a few, right? So they're available in the supermarket. But the thing is, you need to have a volume really for you to go in that market. Okay? Kasi kung if you're brewing like 100 or 200 liters,
Yeah.
so meaning isang section lang or isang branch lang, ubos ka na, right?
Mm.
And remember, sa 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 tier ng distribution, you have the supplier or the manufacturer, you have the distributor, and then you have the retailer before it goes to your consumer. So yung patong niya malaki. Kung if you have a small batch and you will papatungan mo ng papatungan, hindi
Mm.
mo kayang ibenta ng mas mura yung beer mo. But as yung kanina minention ko, it's a economic of scale. If you have a bigger capacity, kaya mong ibaba yung presyo mo and divert your kaya mong i-cater yung from si distributor, kaya mong bayaran si distributor para maging available ka sa ibang retail space, right? Kung maliit ka lang na capacity, mahirapan ka. So,
Yeah.
kaya if you really look at it, yung mga maliliit na brewers, they sell it directly by themselves. Sila lang mismo. Hindi nila kayang pumunta na to get a distributor and then before goes to retailer. Kasi yung presyo ng beer nila is mamahal. So, you need a
Yeah.
capacity para maging pwede kang pumasok sa ganong klaseng level of selling. Yep.
Yeah, I think it starts with the vision of the brand. Eh. So, for example, Elias, our vision is to bring world class quality beers for every Filipino. So we're working on our quality, and for every Filipino means we have to open the channel to be more accessible and more convenient for everyone to get our beers. Kaya ayun, but yeah, I agree with the other brewers then why they don't want to go to grocery because of the shelf stability, diba? They
Yeah,
have
that's
they have
another thing. That's another
yeah,
thing.
shelf stability is another thing. You can easily bring your bottles or cans to grocery, and they're not storing it in the right temperature, and
Properly.
eventually they will
Mm.
keep on, slowly popping
Handling
out,
issue.
handling. So those things, they have to consider that they're better off selling their beers fresh. Message them Instagram, social media, online. They want it the logistics to be faster, going directly to the customer.
Mhm.
Yep. And then, I mean, just to add to that, diba? And most of our brewers kasi, they're not, hindi sila they're not businessmen, diba? They started brewing beer, diba? They like it. It's a hobby, right? Then people like their beer, just okay, uy, gusto ko magbenta ako, diba? But yung going into the business is a different thing. So you really have to know something on the business side, 'di ba? Kasi kung papasok ka lang, sige magbebenta ako. And you want to grow your business, and your model is what you're doing is the same as kung a small scale pa rin, mahihirapan ka to adapt dun sa mas malaking,
Mm.
yeah. So kailangan pa rin yung brewer have to learn the business of craft beer, 'di ba? Kailangan matuto siya kasi you have to educate them on the business side. Kasi ang dami kasi na people will start to say, "Oy, marunong nga ako mag-brew, 'di ba? Masarap yung beer ko. Papasok ako." 'Di ba? But the thing is, brewing in our business, brewing is a small percentage of your business, 'di ba? Parang maybe 10% lang. Ang 90% of that is doing the
The
marketing, the sales,
operation.
I
yeah,
think yeah,
running the business. The running the business is
it's the same as running a restaurant. So if you're a chef, you graduated as a chef, you like to cook, you like to cook. But ang dami ring chef na nag-close yung mga restaurants nila because
Mhm.
they were not able to convert yung product into sales, for example,
pero
because
'di ba? Take note,
marketing,
masarap yung pagkain
masarap
nila.
yung,
Di ba?
yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
Kasi sa whole in general, yeah, for us, we're still learning that. Actually, we're still learning that. Hopefully, the community grows, the industry grows, and hopefully, yeah, we'll learn. There's still the craft beer industry is still a young market. There is still a lot of brewers are young. We're young at
Yes.
heart.
Kaya nga,
Pero, di
sabi ko
ba?
nga, I always tell them we're all witnesses to the craft beer scene, 'di ba? Ng local.
That's right.
Yeah,
Mm.
wala pa
And
tayong sa
we're here to support that.
Yeah,
Infancy pa
thanks.
rin up to now.
Yeah,
Infancy
it
pa
is.
rin.
It is. Actually, there are a lot of challenges, and yun nga, the supply chain of ingredients, the educating the market of the price point,
Mm.
the
Mhm.
volume. Last 2 weeks ago, naubusan ng bottle yung supplier natin. Walang bottle yung industry. Imagine that.
Talaga, walang bottles.
Hindi ba?
Recycle
Imagine
kasi,
that.
guys.
Wala tayong
Hindi kasi
bottle, bro.
nagre-recycle eh. Hindi kasi marunong
So,
mag-recycle eh.
Nasa bahay ni Gino kasi lahat.
yung mga bottle,
Naipon eh.
Oo, di ba? I think a lot of brewers
Hindi.
can relate to that, di ba? So it's
Mm,
something that we maybe forecasting, supply chain. I always mention that because I feel like we can only produce the beer. I still believe that good ingredients can make us, our quality of the beers push
yes,
forward.
that's
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
great.
Meron akong question. And kung sino yung makakasagot or the thing that will be our guest for next event or next session. So what do you think ano ba yung kanina tinatanong ko si Raul? Wait. Ano tingin
Ano
nyo?
ka na,
Kasi,
na-maximus ka
okay,
na, bro.
no. You know,
Na-maximus na.
so, my question is, Kasi right now we're working with DTI, DOST,
Yeah.
and UPLB, just to mention them, right? We're working with them.
DPWH din. No?
Hindi, wala. To come up
In NBA.
to come to come up with a local beer. All right. So for you or for those people who's watching, 'di ba? Ano ang matatawag mo na local craft beer? Or what is Filipino beer or what is Philippine
Ooh.
beer, 'di ba? So comment, 'di ba? Comment kayo, give
And
us
you will be
some feedback,
the
'di ba?
guest,
And baka
drinker.
maging guest kayo for next session, 'di ba?
Uh,
Yun kasi right
Just
now
to keep,
Ayaw
we're
yata
trying
nila
to.
maging guest for next session, bro.
Uy, ano,
Masaya maging guest
Oh,
when you
yeah,
give
yeah,
them
yeah.
beer.
Yun.
Masaya
Oh,
maging
tama.
guest.
Oh, that's good.
Oh.
yung fiancé daw ni Badit yung next.
Ay,
Para yung beer kanya. yung
oh.
beer kanya daw.
Diba? No, kasi the thing is, the reason I'm telling this is kasi we have a project or to come up with a local beer. Diba? Para to identify
Local theme ba?
your,
Locally themed.
yes, diba? So ano ba?
Okay.
Kailangan local yeast, kailangan ba local malted kung ano mang grains meron tayo or ano yung fruits.
Brewer,
Meron na ba
barley.
tayong kompleto na ba
the,
tayo nun, Raoul? Is
the
it
brewer
possible
makes
to
the beer. The brewer makes the beer, so local brewer lang kailangan. Joke lang.
Raoul, I have a question, Raoul.
Bro.
In your professional opinion, local ingredients, do we have enough to make our own beer?
I think
Locally sourced and locally grown.
yeah, right now we don't grow our own barley. The closest is
That's
what
okay.
Santiago is doing. He gets barley
Yes.
from outside and then
And then
he
malted.
malts it. Yeah, so that's the
Gonna
closest.
propagate niya.
Yeah, unless we move to using let's say rice, but corn or rice, but I don't think it will have a lot of flavor. It
Uh-huh.
will be very challenging because you need to have a cereal cooker for that. Yeah, we don't have a malted barley or a barley. We don't grow it. Hops, maybe we can get. I know there are
Yes.
people, a few people that are,
Growing hops, diba?
growing hops na. Oo, sa
Ah,
Sagada and Tagaytay. I know.
yeah.
Yeast, of course, we can get wild yeast. Yun. Siguro, that's the only thing. We don't have the malted barley. We don't have the barley.
Malted barley. No.
Yeah, bro. Wala tayong barley eh.
Well, can we
So,
replicate it or small scale just enough to brew a beer? Siguro. Like sabi mo, you roast the cereals. Kasi yung cereals sa akin, pare, nilalagyan ko lang ng gatas eh. Yung niro-roast. Yung cereals na niro-roast.
oatmeal stout ba yan?
Hindi
Oatmeal
ko
stout?
alam. Coco Crunch pa.
Coco Crunch stout? Uy, okay yun ah, Coco Crunch stout.
Masarap yun, pare.
Oo, pwede.
So, yun. How would you recreate yung barley na ganun? You mentioned kanina. Kasi
Yun.
if you say we're gonna use rice or corn, lager lang magagawa natin, di ba? Like a pilsner,
We're
Woo!
not
which has
able
an
to.
acceptable.
Well, okay, I think that's the thing. That's the challenge for us, 'di ba? So that's why. So there's a support from the government to develop something for this industry, 'di ba? And then we need to help them, 'di ba? So we'll tell them kung ano yung available na resources or ingredients na pwede natin gamitin to have a Filipino local beer, 'di ba? And then yeah. So
The
like
closest we
message.
can have that, yung kay Santiago, I think he
Oh,
can.
yeah, that's the
Kasi
closest.
I
That's
think
the
it's the
okay,
closest we can
kasi
have.
may naisip ako eh. May naisip ako, right? 'Di ba? We've been doing tapoy for so long, right? So tapoy sinasabi nila na rice wine, right? But it's actually considered it's a beer kasi it came from rice, right? So grains. Kaya lang siya tinawag na wine is because of the alcohol content niya mas mataas. But uh, maybe we can use that, 'di ba? Yung tapoy yeast kasi we have so much.
Yeah.
Parang 'di ba? Parang ang gawin natin parang more on a gosa, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Sour, 'di ba?
Mm.
Tapos
The yeast, wala tayong problem doon. We can even get a wild yeast.
'di ba?
but
Mhm.
the malt is the problem. The malt.
The
Yun
malt.
yung, yeah, yun yung wala tayo eh. The
Since we
barley.
don't really grow, it's
But
not
hey, but
indigenous to us.
okay, but yeah,
Yeah.
but remember,
Uh-huh.
'di ba sa Japan, like there's like a company who do like 100%
Right?
beer from rice, 'di ba? So it's just a matter of like, 'di ba? Like experimenting and doing it kung ano yung pupwede na kasi at the end of the day, we're experimenting, 'di ba? We're trying to get something out of all these ingredients or resources. So,
Yeah. Mm,
Well,
yeah.
that's
'di
the
ba?
challenge there.
The
That's the
the
challenge there.
yeah, the thing is that's the first thing to make it. The second thing is the production. How can we support the production, diba? We can make a small batch with the barley and
Yeah, pero
but
'di ba, if the government will support it, 'di ba? Nakita yung potential na, "Uy, ang sarap ng beer niyo," 'di ba? Okay, I'm gonna support it, 'di ba? Why not? Right? So,
I
we'll see.
yeah,
I have a
ako I
question. Can the government just support what is currently being brewed at the moment?
yeah,
Uh,
exactly. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
wag na
Like
yung
what
ano,
this is
wag na
what we're
say
yung
doing.
that. Yeah,
local
I was
team.
supposed to say that. Actually, if you want local, 100% local, just do mead,
Go to a
100%
low.
honey. Honey.
Oh
It's a
yeah,
mead.
mead. Yeah.
That's
Mm.
I mean, if we have so many mead or honey farm here, Batangas, Palawan, just do that. And I know there's someone already that's doing the wine, honey wine. So
Okay.
yeah, but the beer, yeah, the barley will be the problem with that.
Yeah. Me- Okay. Gino, any more? Lasing ka na.
Hindi, meron pa ako. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nakakabagal ng ano environment para ako nasa ano.
grabe, sarap ano,
Para
no? Sarap uminom.
Oo,
Parang
gusto ko na gusto magtabako pare, gusto mag-cigar eh.
oh,
Oo,
yeah,
with
tama.
this, with
Oh,
this.
bagay
'Di
yan
ba?
doon. Yes.
Puwede eh.
Ay, sandali.
Kaya lang
May
wala
mga
na akong
question
cigar eh.
pa ata tayo. 'Di
Ayan,
ba?
go.
Ikaw,
Meron
Gino,
ba?
hindi, ang, ang pangit ng internet ko ngayon. Ikaw
I
na.
don't have any questions at the moment. We have
Hindi,
suggestions.
yung
Ito to.
mga viewers.
Viewers.
Grabe, bilis ng 2
Native
hours.
yeast. Native yeast sounds risky according to Gene.
Okay.
So, but as per Raoul said, we can harvest a wild yeast.
I think it
It
depends on
shouldn't
the
be a
location.
problem, no?
Yeah, it depends on the
Mhm.
location. Sagada might have a better chance of getting a better yeast than getting it from EDSA or you know, yeah, you can you
La-
can still get it. I think that's what other brewers are doing. They want to have their
Yeah.
own yeast. So what they do is they have a what do you call that? The
like Pat Foley.
Petri's dish. Petri's dish. Tama ba? Yeah, I think
Petri
they
dish.
go
Yeah.
to Petri dish. Yeah, so they go
Yeah.
to other places and then they collect it and then they propagate it. They send it to a yeast bank, yeast propagating facility, and
Mhm.
maybe the DOST. They have that, di ba? Parang you just collected it and then you
I
propagate.
think I think diba Pat Foley has they're using their own yeast from coconut, I think.
There's a question for June from Gib Ang. Question for June Flores: how important is BJCP for aspiring YT and FB beer reviewers?
What's
YouTube and
what's
FB beer reviewers.
okay.
Is it
Well,
important to have
okay.
BJCP for aspiring
Well, I don't
YouTube
think
and
hindi naman. I don't think it's important. But the thing is, you need to get more experience, diba? Like you have to try more beers, diba? Kasi it will be hard for you to say something or judge something that only like dalawa o tatlong klaseng beer lang naiinom mo, 'di ba? It's
yeah,
really how will paano ka magiging like qualify as a beer reviewer kung if you're only experienced drinking like one or two or three or maybe less than
yes.
10 beers, 'di ba?
I'm so
So,
sorry about question, June. Alam ko medyo alam mo kung saan nanggaling yung question na to.
yeah, I
Nagulat
know. But
nagulat
yeah,
lang
yeah.
ako. I didn't see that
So,
coming.
So, 'di ba?
But
Like
yeah,
for
go ahead,
me,
go ahead.
all the thing is who people I mean, of course, I like at the end of the day, we appreciate kung the people who wants to be a beer reviewer or to do a beer blog of this, 'di ba? But the thing is, but you need to to build your uh ano bang kailangan? I-build yung ano mo, yun yung
Yung ano mo,
sinasabi nila,
yung
yung
sabi ng iba,
quality
yung quality and
qualification mo. No, 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 no. Yung
the number of
qualification mo.
beers.
Yep, yep.
Ah, okay.
Sinabi ni eto si Gibbs no nag-usap kami the last time, 'di ba? Yung beer kills, yung nainom mo na beer, 'di ba? Kasi if you experience
Experience is still the
yes,
best teacher, diba?
yes,
Yeah.
right? Right? And then you really need to know what are you talking about, 'di ba? You really have to, 'di ba? Halimbawa, like example, 'di ba? You don't say flavor on the styles, 'di ba? 'Di ba? Like, oy, ito yung iniinom ko is yung flavor niya ganito, 'di ba? Like, no, you should like always direct it to a style. Flavor is just a subset of a style, right? So, yun lang, 'di ba?
Okay,
So, but
yeah.
of course, I appreciate like yung mga or 'di ba? Like yung mga nakikita natin na people doing or reviewing things, but let's do it in the right way para kasi it will be hard for halimbawa kasi we're at the end of the day we're very young industry, and then we try to help everyone, and then somebody will review your beer who doesn't have an experience and will tell the public that oh this beer doesn't taste good, diba? It's sad, diba?
Yeah.
So you need to get, I mean, like okay, like I'll give you an example, like si ano pangalan nito si Robert, si Bo, right? Si Beer Padawan, right?
Kilala ni Badit yun.
Hindi, 'di ba? Hindi ako
Unfortunately,
ma-o-offend,
kilala
'di
ko
ba?
siya.
Hindi ako ma-o-offend if he's gonna tell me that your beer sucks because I know his experience, right? Pero if somebody was gonna tell me that my beer sucks, na dalawa o tatlo lang yung naiinom pa niyang beer, that's different, right? So yun lang, 'di ba? But of
Yeah.
course, I still encourage them, 'di ba? I'm not stopping them to stop what they're doing, 'di ba? But just gain more experience, drink more beer. Drink more beer, drink craft beer, 'di ba? Stop
Drink more
drinking
craft beer.
commercial beer, drink more craft beer and drink
Yeah.
local craft
Yun.
beer.
If
Yun
if
yun,
if
right?
there's something that I can ask there. Hey, Bo.
Yun.
The BJCP, it's yeah, you treat it like it's there's a discipline, right? And every like when you're taking something an examination or certification, there's a discipline. So
Yep.
basically, it's organizing your thoughts, your palate, everything, tasting, aroma, mouthfeel, and you are describing it qualitatively and quantitatively. Kasi mahirap pag sinabi mong it's a good beer. How good is it, 'di ba? 5 out of 10, 7 out of 10.
No, but the thing
It's
is
not,
that's very subjective, eh, 'di ba?
yun nga,
Kasi
hindi,
right?
wait lang. That's why the discipline for the BJCP. So for example, there are points, there are score systems. Of course, it's subjective. Flavor is subjective, bro. I don't have any doubt. Everybody has their own palate. But I have this experience. We were judging in an Asia Beer Championship. Okay, so I have these two other BJCP judges with me. We were six in the table. Other two were not BJCP judges. We were scoring a beer. We gave our points. For example, I gave the beer a 34 out of 50. The other BJCP judge gave it 36 out of 50. Of course, there's a difference. We cannot have the same,
Yep. Yep.
score, pero hindi naglalayo. And then magugulat ka,
Mm.
the other guy thinks it's 45 out of 50. So,
Na
di
hindi
ba?
BJCP.
Then that's not BJCP. So
Ah,
basically,
okay.
the BJCP is just giving you organizing
Standard.
your, the standards, the aroma, because you're training your palate. If you smell something, like for example,
Yes.
being a BJCP, you need to know off flavors. Pag nakaamoy ka ng off flavor diacetyl in a beer, diacetyl is not subjective, 'di ba? So it's
Nope.
an off flavor. It's a technical off flavor on a beer. So
It's like this 'di ba? Parang 'di ba Raul, what you're saying is gusto mong pumasok sa eskwelahan na 'to, sundan mo yung rules namin, 'di ba? Hindi yung
exactly.
gagawa ka
Oh,
ng sarili mong rules, ibang classroom yun, 'di ba kumbaga?
yeah, may iba talaga. Honest, I'm
Yeah.
and that's why it's organizing your
Yes.
thoughts, your yun nga, yung
You
tasting
follow our
mo.
guidelines, 'di ba?
Yeah, there's a guideline, so
There's
aroma.
wisdom and knowledge. May
So
pinanggalingan 'yan. We built that, 'di
exactly.
ba?
In the BJCP judging points, 7 points yung difference between a judge. They actually give 7 points. Yun yung difference between two judges. Two certified judges can have a margin of 7 points or a
That's
difference of
it.
seven
That's
points,
it.
and that's
Hanggang
acceptable.
7 lang.
That's acceptable. If
Okay.
you're judging 20 points ka out of 50 and then I'm giving 40 out of 50,
Oh,
then we
that's
have a problem. We have a problem.
Okay.
So that's why I'm really encouraging that, so that we can give a better feedback, because it's based on the guideline. What do you taste, aroma? If you get a diacetyl, you instantly score it like 5 out of 12 or 4 out of 12. You know, pero
Mhm.
meron, of course, flavor is subjective. If someone doesn't know diacetyl, maybe meron akong experience, may narinig ako, oh, ang bango, it smells like butter. They like butter because they like, pero it's a diacetyl.
Baka
But
French yun, pare.
pero sa kanila, they like it, di ba? They like it. So, they will
Or
score
on
higher.
beer, of course, on beer, it's
They will score higher for that beer, but for the technical, the BJCP, they will say it's a diacetyl, it's a butterscotch
it's an
of
off
flavor.
flavor. Yeah.
So yun. It's a guideline. I think it's good to, minsan nga, it's fun when you add we're other BJCP, just drinking the beer, you already know the score, 36 out of 50. What's your score? 40. Parang minsan, it's fun. And I highly encourage it, so that we can promote that, the feedback. We're getting qualitatively, we are giving the feedback. And the brewers appreciate that too, di ba? And the BGCP kasi, we are also trying to learn where is, saan nanggagaling yung off flavor eh. So for example,
the
diacetyl.
science behind it.
Yeah, you give it on the feedback form. You're judging beer, you give it on the feedback form. Like, hey, this beer has diacetyl. Check your fermentation profile. Check your diacetyl rest. Check your temperature. Check your yeast health. Check your contamination. Check your,
Yung
you're
pinanggalingan
giving
ng
that.
problema.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're giving that feedback to the
The
brewer.
possible. Yeah.
Merong hawak yung brewer ngayon to fix the issue. Ay, hindi yung parang sasabihin ko, pare, pangit ng beer mo, hindi masarap yung beer mo, pero hindi alam ng brewer anong gagawin niya, di ba?
Yeah.
So you're not really giving them that, feedback, and you're not helping them. Maybe some people are, I don't know. It's so
And
yeah,
it
yeah,
helps the entire industry become world class. Kasi it's a global standard, di ba?
exactly. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why you just can't say na yung your I've read somewhere that they're basing the beer styles nila based on the color, which is
Oh,
totally
yeah.
out of this world, no?
Actually,
Yes, yes, yes.
ang galing nga nung
it, it,
BJCP
it,
scoring eh.
it gets confusing.
Ang galing
Yeah.
nung BJCP scoring, because appearance is only 3 points. 3 points out of 50. Appearance is 3 points. So you don't say a beer can still be good even if the appearance is not within the same color.
That's
You
true.
know?
Yeah.
So it's just 3 points.
Okay.
Pag tinanong
You
ako
don't-
sa
you don't-
BJCP, what's your score? 3.6 gulps. Pwede ba yun?
3 points.
Sa akin naman 50 lahat. Sa akin 50 lahat.
Basta it
Gonit.
hits.
Kaya
Diba?
ba dit
Ayun lang
gonin
yan.
50? Gonin
Oo,
50.
basta may beer, 50 lahat.
Basta may alcohol. 50.
Asia Beer Championship. Actually, I think they just finished judging the Asia Beer. I highly
Yeah.
recommend them for
No.
brewers.
This weekend.
No, I think 6 and 7. Theirs is 6 and 7. So maybe this weekend, yeah.
I thought this
I
weekend,
think
yeah.
this weekend.
Yeah, so hopefully
Asia beer.
I really encourage everyone to submit
June, did
their
we send any
I'm not
This
sure.
submitted.
representative for that?
They
Ikaw,
submitted
you sent?
some beers.
You
Yeah, we sent
submitted,
some.
bro, Raoul.
Oh.
Who else
I think
submitted?
there,
Who else?
I think there are a few. Most probably there is a few. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But diba?
I
Okay. Good luck.
Just to give,
Good luck to all the
yeah.
brewers who submitted for the Asia Brewers
But
Championship.
the thing is, just to give the people na who doesn't know, siguro baka soon mapapanood tayo ng
Wala
mga
na.
non-craft beer drinker,
Kulang daw. Kulang daw yung beer.
Kulang.
'di ba?
Yeah.
Maraming tayong beer na nanalo sa Asian beer competition. Just, 'di ba? Just for your information of the
That's
people
right.
na who
That's
doesn't
right.
know.
Yeah.
So, 'di ba? So meaning nare-recognize yung beer natin.
Mm.
So that's
So
why
the
keep,
brewery, Mitchell's, of course,
Yeah.
the past
yeah, keep
winners.
perfect
So
pint also, 'di ba?
perfect pint. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
So
good luck,
hopefully
Raul.
we
You
get
you sent
more.
your you sent
Hopefully.
a
Yeah.
you
I'm
sent an entry. Very good.
not
Very good.
not judging this
And
year,
to
so
the others, hopefully yung mga nag-send ng entry sa Asia Beer Championships maging guest natin para matikman naman
Yep.
natin yung sinend nila.
yeah.
Yes.
Of course, we
Yep.
we want to win in the competition, pero I mean, for me, it's really getting feedback from these judges, right? I mean, that's
Ah,
priceless. The things that they can give to
that's
us,
right.
the
That's
feedback.
right.
That's why, of course, we'll be celebrating if we
It's
win
nice to
something.
win it, of course,
Yeah,
diba?
it will be
Yeah.
celebrating.
Well,
But another thing is,
for me, I would root for you to win first and icing on the cake na lang yung feedback nila na knowledge na mo yun. But you know what?
sana bro,
Good luck.
sana
Good
bro.
luck. Good luck.
Yeah.
I want
You'll
you
get
guys to win. I want you guys.
yeah. We'll sponsor a case in Brew Sessions kapag may nanalo
Yeah!
All
No, kahit
right.
hindi. Kahit hindi. Basta
Kahit
pag
hindi.
pag may nakuha kang
Kahit daw
feedback,
hindi nanalo.
okay lang yun. Then we're gonna invite Badit again. Ha? Diba?
Yes.
Grabe, no? 2 hours na, no? Pero we're parang 30 minutes pa lang, no? Ang daming
Kaya
pwedeng
nga naubos na
pag-usapan.
iba date yung beer mo, oh. 2
Beer.
hours na
Oo
tayo.
nga. Kulang talaga, kulang talaga.
Kulang.
Pag si Badit bro, keg dapat pinapadala dyan.
Grabe.
Keg, para meron siyang gano'n, kaya keg.
Okay.
Ayan.
Diba si Ryan kasi, wait. Ryan is actually from Singapore. So he said, mukhang meron tayong spy. Meron tayong
Awesome.
spy.
Yeah.
Diba?
Oh, puro Singapore yung judges dun eh.
Right.
Ryan, I think is part of it. So,
diba?
puro Singapore kasi walang other judges from other countries.
Mahirap ngayon. Like you have to be quarantined for 2 weeks before you go inside sa
Exactly.
Singapore.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
I think hindi siya yung mga foreigner, unless you're local, hindi ka pwedeng magpunta ng Singapore. Only for locals or residents.
Bawal ba ngayon doon? June?
Yep. Only
quarantine.
resident lang. Tsaka pag tourist ka, hindi ka pwedeng pumasok sa Singapore.
Alright.
Yep.
Sama ako sa bag mo. Resident ka doon, di ba?
Aha.
Parang may
Doon ako sa maleta mo.
Yeah. Bonbon, oh.
Yeah.
Meron ng EB na ng Brew Sessions yata to eh.
Masyadong
Parang chat, no? EB. Oo, bro. Oo. Mga ML.
Ano kayo talaga?
While
Mga
celebrating daw.
baby boomers kayo, ha? EB.
But, ayan.
Hindi alam ni Badit yan.
Alam ko yan. Para lang hindi mabuking kung anong generation. Alam ko yan. Hindi na ako nag-react.
ASL ba yan?
ASL. Anyway, so that was fun, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, Badit, for
Hey, Raoul. But, okay. Ayan. Thank you, Badit,
thank you, Badit.
Thank you for
Thank
having
Raoul.
me. It was so much fun. So much fun.
Salamat at pumayag ka na last minute.
Nadala ako sa beer. Sabi mo, may libreng beer. Di sige, why not? Naligo ako today, para dito. Hindi ako usually naligo. Nasa bahay lang ako eh.
You had me at beer, no?
Oh.
You had that free beer.
Raoul,
si June nga hinatid pa, pare. Personal delivery. Yeah. So, very good.
No, kasi kanina, this afternoon, akala ko meron akong lunch sa BGC. So I was so excited. Diba? Pucha, next week pa pala yun.
Next week pa
So
yung
ayun
lunch
na lang.
mo.
Yeah, yung next week pa pala yung lunch ko. So I delivered it to Badit kanina yung ano. Di ba kanina yun, dire-diretso na ako. Nang pagkahatid ko sa'yo yung beer, dumiretso na ako sa kanya.
Boss, okay lang. You don't have to explain.
No. Okay, Raoul, ito yung ano, 1 million question, di ba? Oh, ito.
Ala?
Oh.
Si
Diba?
Boy
Yeah,
Pogi.
diba?
Si Boy
I'm
Pogi
always
pala.
there in spirit. I'm always there, yeah, maybe next year. For a few weeks siguro. Yeah, I'm actually trying to, I'll be here for good.
And
So,
Alvin, pagdating ni Raul, ikaw magsusundo, ikaw lang tatext niya. Make sure ikaw yung magsusundo sa kanya, ha?
EB na
Bino,
lang. Doon na lang
ha?
natin i-schedule yung EB
Bino, ikaw
pagbalik.
magsundo, ah.
Pero yeah, I'll be going back and forth. The one thing the reason also why I'm staying here kasi yung status. I want to continue with I'm a permanent resident here. Kaya I need to stay here for a while para maging citizen. And
Bumoto ka daw ba? Bumoto ka?
hanggang voting lang ako yung saguan. Yung voting lang ako
Tatanungin ka na.
Pacific Ocean, bro. Pero yeah.
I have a question, di ba? Like maybe not now kasi I mean, of course, di ba? It's their decision kasi to move to the US kasi pero what if, di ba, the industry of craft beer will become like 10 times better next year.
Okay.
So will you stay in the US or will you come back?
Actually, yeah, the reason is really not about the craft beer. I believe the craft beer will grow.
Okay.
That's why we expanded the brewery. I'm gambling everything. I think it will grow.
Confident si Raul about that. Yes.
Yeah, bro. We will make it
Confident siya
happen.
with the industry.
So it's
We'll
nothing to do with the business.
I think right now, the business
It's a personal choice.
everything is uncertain right now, diba? So sometimes you have to think of like what will happen. What if there's another liquor ban? What will happen to our business? It's hard. If you're dependent on just the business, parang hindi ka makagalaw. Yung mga ibang some realizations actually we are really dependent on the government. Diba? So even if you're producing good beers, you're working 12 hours, 14 hours a day, biglang sinabi nila there's a lockdown and liquor ban, good luck. How will I, you can't you can't change that But what you can do, like me, what I'm trying to do is to get, maybe stay here and let this uncertainty pass by, and maybe later, of course, I have Elias, and we're still working on. We have so many projects. Actually, it's not because I'm here. I should not be just Elias. It's like my staff is Elias too.
It's a
People
team,
around.
no?
Yeah, it's a team. It's a team. It's not just me. And
That's right.
I feel like I can contribute more habang nandito ako kasi
That's right.
I
Parang
can.
kung
Yeah,
titingnan mo, isa ka lang naman doon.
exactly, bro.
Diba?
Oh,
Hindi,
yeah.
yung Elias is not just you. It's the
Yeah.
group. Diba?
Yes,
Yep,
it's the
that's
team.
right.
So
And the thing is, ang
yeah.
maganda niyan is you're there to give them more idea, more, diba?
Yeah.
More moral
Maybe,
support.
yeah. Big Brother mode, cameras lang.
More moral support.
Oy, meron akong camera sa Uber pagka medyo nakikita ko, oy, ba't ganyan yung ginagawa mo?
Naka-CCTV kayo,
Punta ka sa sa Big Brother
Pasok ka
room.
muna doon sa kabilang room. Pasok ka sa cold room. Pasok ka sa cold room. 10 minutes.
Pero I'm very excited. Actually, I have a plan to bring the brand here. Maybe I can bring the brand here. So why not? We have
Nandiyan
good
ka na
mangoes. We
You
have
already did that by going there. You're the brand.
yeah,
You're
maybe I
already
can,
there.
make some contract. I talked to my friends from Takaway Brewing. That's why these are the partners that I was planning before. And we are planning to do some collaboration. Maybe I'll be doing
There you go.
contract brewing with them.
Balita ko,
Yeah.
balita ko FDA madali dyan eh.
Yun na, isa pa
Totoo.
yun.
Totoo
Isa pa
kasi
yun, bro. Oo.
yeah,
Maybe,
just
Okay na yan.
I no,
Online
but
lang
just to
daw,
give you an
pare.
idea, just to yung FDA sa US, ang kailangan mo lang ipasa is yung label.
label.
Kasi
Yes.
Label lang
the
yan.
process is pre-approved na as long as kasi the beer is the same process unless you,
Salute.
you you did a different process,
Yeah.
right?
The
Pero
ingredients. The ingredients,
yeah,
June.
so no, may ingredients, the process, as long as you're using all those things na parang pre-approved na yan 'di
Yeah.
ba?
Yeah.
All you have to do is submit your label and then they will approve it within a week.
Yeah.
Right? So
Actually,
ganun kabilis yun.
Oh, shit.
yeah, it's faster. Actually, I was
Meron
talking
ng
to the
may
So
NLCS na next week.
that's why hopefully I'm just hoping that we as the association can work with our FDA to do that, 'di ba? So we as the association, we are the one who will really manage it and then sila lang yung parang naka-pre-approve na tayo sa kanila, 'di ba? Para mas madali, 'di ba? So we can offer a lot of different flavors or sorry, not flavors, styles ng beer, 'di
okay.
ba? So yun lang yan.
Actually,
Okay.
June. Okay, about FDA. Okay, maybe it takes a while, but it's not impossible to get. Okay.
Yep.
So
Yep.
my take on that is, I agree why they're strict. They have to inspect everything because
That,
we have alcohol in our product, and we have to make sure that everything is safe. But really, just the brewer doing the paperwork. You know,
yep.
um, you can. It takes a while, but it's not impossible, right? So I highly encourage, just fill up the form, send it to them. They will work with you. If you need anything, inspection and everything, and you can even learn from it. Actually, ang dami namin in-introduce sa brewery dahil nirecommend ni FDA, labeling, everything. I was a quality engineer. Maybe it helped me too. Failure modes and effects and analysis, all the breweries process, improvements, process control charts, traceability. All these things can help you as a brand too. So actually, it's a treat if FDA inspected you, and they will tell you, hey, you have this problem here. Maybe you can fix it. So I highly recommend it. It takes a while, yes, but really, you can also benefit from it. The inspection.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah. So that's just me. That's just me because I want to improve my business.
Napiga ka pa, oh.
Because I want to improve
Go
my
ahead, go ahead.
process. Yun lang yung yun lang yung take ko doon. I think it's just and especially now they're getting better. So I don't want to shoot just because FDA is long. I don't want to do this. No, just
No,
get that
but
paper, print
no,
that paper, fill it up, and send
yeah.
it to them. Yeah.
Yeah, kasi di ba at the end of the day, they're the agency that monitors or regulate this, 'di ba? So we
Yeah.
really have to comply with them, 'di ba? So
Yeah.
I mean, we have to work with them. So that's why. So that's kung yung mga small breweries na hindi pa FDA, 'di ba? Just go and apply and 'di
Yeah,
ba?
just
Yep.
submit,
Yep.
apply. Actually, that's your insurance. FDA, you can get away with it. You can get away without it. Pero what if something happens? Imagine that's your insurance, right? So
Yes.
you have a problem with the beer, someone sumakit yung chan, and then they reported you,
Mm,
and then you don't have FDA, then that's a problem, diba?
yeah,
But if
yeah.
you have FDA, you can say, hey, I have an insurance. Hey, we were FDA approved. This beer went through testing of E.
Everything.
coli, bacteria, contamination,
Mm.
ABV, and everything. Because every beer, you have to submit it for testing. And para din malaman mo na safe yung beer mo, di ba? So, yan. That's just my take. Maybe lower the price of the testing. Maybe that will help. That will help a lot.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kaya,
That's actually one of my questions sana na parang baka naman kasi ang
At
daming kailangan ilabas na pera.
yeah,
boss,
yun din.
ne ma'am,
Yeah.
sir, baka puwede niyong babaan ng konti. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. Maybe actually, if there's something that we can ask from the government, is really helping us on the excise tax. We haven't even talked about excise tax.
Yep.
Okay, we're in the
Mm.
liquor industry. We are selling beers. It's a sin product, so we are governed by excise tax, and we haven't even talked about it. And right now, we are actually registering our products for excise tax because you need an FDA for you to register an excise tax. And
Mm.
maybe imagine the can is like 10 pesos, 11 pesos per can for the excise tax. Maybe we can ask the government to help us. Like, I know, June, di ba, we talk about it. Maybe
We're
for the
doing it.
volume
We're working.
of craft brewers, they can charge us like maybe 5 pesos or half the commercial prices because we're starting. Those things
Yeah.
maybe we can lobby this.
Yeah,
Um,
helping the small businesses.
yeah, it's exactly.
Or put a
And
bracket na wala munang bayad yung mga this to
yeah, the
this.
small ones.
'Di
Yeah,
ba? A
the
bracket, the small ones.
capacity.
Wala munang bayad, 'di ba? Oo.
Yeah.
Pag medyo
So
yung capacity mo na nire-register lumampas na, okay, dito ka na, 'di ba? Parang
That's
yeah,
right. I
10% ka
think
na,
dapat,
'di ba?
dapat,
tama.
dapat.
Oo. Yun, yun,
Mm.
yun. Yun yung ano, I think those
Yeah.
things, we have to, as a community, we have to lobby this. Dami kong ano, no? Pero sana, di ba? We go together and then we push this forward. As an industry,
Yeah.
Punta tayo
we,
bukas, gusto mo?
tara na.
Kasi
Oo,
nakaka-frustrate eh. Nakaka-frustrate.
Punta
There's a
natin
lot of
bukas, pare.
potential. And so, the flavors, everything is there. Pero yun nga, ang dami kasing red tape. Yun talaga yung mahirap eh. And not everyone can understand na bakit kasi hindi nag-grow yung craft beer industry. Akala nila dahil lang sa mga brewers. Pero it has a lot of to do with the government talaga. Na yun yung malaking hurdle eh.
so yun, yeah, it's for us to work together to, to face these challenges. Maybe meet with BIR, meet with FDA, kung ano yung kailangan nila, we can talk about it and what and how we can help, di ba? Support this. Especially now that there is they want us to make a local beer pa, di ba? So there's a
Yeah,
DTI, pushing a local
Mm.
product. So why not?
Babayaran ba nila 'yun?
taking advantage. Yeah, yeah. At the end of the day, we have to take advantage of this, especially when we're working with the government. Diba? It's
Yeah.
really it really helps.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I think I'm
Alright.
excited here is the ease of doing business. Maybe I'm very excited. Coming
Ease
from
of
there,
doing
and
business.
it's always hard. Everything has to um yeah. So yeah, I'm excited
There
too.
you go. Ay
Hopefully we'll do
ayoko
more.
na ng talk natin, nakakatanggal ng tama. Ayokong pinag-usapan yung mga ganyan.
Oo
Sayang
nga,
yung
wala
ininom ko.
na. Ubus
Okay.
na, ubus
Ito,
na.
ito. Ito na lang,
Sayang yung ininom ko, eh.
i-request ko. Ito yung i-request ko for next, di ba? Sana mas maraming beer yung guest brewer na ipapadala. Di ba?
Hindi,
Para,
hindi ka na. Si
para
Polly,
masaya.
nilasing ako, eh.
Mhm.
Dami nun. Yeah, no, you just send whatever you can. There's no problem. But
Yep,
it's
yep.
just that
It's just,
it's the fun of being able to discuss yung with the brewer, of course, especially like Raoul. It's been very informative and you've given a
Thank
lot
you,
of
bro. Thank you
insights and
for
thank you
inviting me.
for of course ang galing din nung natin yung guest natin. She's
Oh,
very nakiki-engage din siya.
yeah.
'Di ba?
Fake it
Kahit
till
na
you make it.
engage na kasi. Ayun. There you go.
Just fake it till you make it so you get free beer.
Ayun. So there. So June,
okay.
we have to
All
cut
right.
this short. This is
Oo
two
nga,
hour,
ang
2 hour and a
haba
half.
na, di ba?
Haba.
Actually,
Oo, wala na yung tama ako.
Gino,
Nainis na ako, ha?
Gino, di ba? Before,
Ayaw.
when we're planning this, di ba, ang target natin is 45 minutes to an
45 minutes.
hour.
Tinanong ako
Yun
ni
din yung
Badit,
sinabi
gano'n ba
sa
katagal yan?
akin. Yun din
Sabi ko,
sinabi sa
45
akin.
minutes. Kasi baka umayaw agad, eh. Mga 45 minutes lang yan.
Di
Di
ba?
pala na, 4 to 5 minutes. Ubus na yung beer
45
niya.
minutes per beer.
Hindi, si
But
Badit, 4
anyway,
to 5. 4 to 5
Ay,
minutes. Ubus
grabe.
yung
Hindi
beer niya.
naman. Grabe.
Hindi na.
Huwag kayong
Hindi, yung
ganyan.
point
Huwag kayong
is,
ganyan.
yung mixtape, pinatagal mo naman yung si Maximus. So, Raul,
di ba?
I enjoyed the Maximus. It's really
Thank
good.
you, bro.
Thank
That's
you.
good. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good to
I
know.
Very,
also
very
enjoyed
wine-like.
it.
Wine-like.
Very
Good to know.
Very
nice.
wine-like. Very
Thank you.
wine-like.
Pero, di ba, like, at the end of the day, di ba, like, mamimiss natin si Raul, di ba? Like, di ba?
Thanks,
Yun lang
bro.
yun.
Yeah. Miss ko na rin kayo.
So, Pero just, di ba, dapat lagi kang online kung meron kaming question or anything, di ba? Like, help,
Oh,
or kung
yeah,
meron kaming
anything.
kailangan dito, di ba? Tulungan mo kami. Right?
Yeah, anything, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be trying to learn. Yeah, and sharing what I'm, getting here.
O sige,
Okay.
Maybe.
bigay
So,
mo yung number
ano,
mo kay Badit para pag may tinanong si Badit, kaya niya naman.
So just,
Sasendan
uh,
kita ng mixtape ko.
Ayan.
talaga? You play too, Badit?
No. I don't play. I just listen to music. Gusto ko lang
Uh,
ng free beer.
Oo nga, no? 4-pack. Yeah, yeah.
All right. There you go.
okay.
So thanks
Like,
everyone.
yeah, hindi,
The
Raul.
14 watchers right now. So thank
No,
you.
Raul, anything that you want to say to our, like, yung mga natitira pang viewers natin or sa
Sa
mga
mga
viewers
fans
na
mo.
mag-review? Oo.
Oh, yes.
Sige.
Keep brewing. Yeah. I think lahat tayo dito
Keep-
we have to make this work. I really feel like even me I've invested a lot honestly. So because I believe that this will grow and tayo din 'yan eh. Tayo din lahat-lahat 'yun na ano, 'di ba? That will make this happen eh. So let's work together. Yan lang. Oh, June, thank you and Gino and Badit. Yeah, everyone trying to make this
Witness.
industry work, bro. This brew session is really good kasi, diba, we can talk about, the beers and maybe hopefully
Nahanapan ko nga lang co-host si June eh.
Ano? What?
Wala.
Yeah. And probably I'll see you next year. See Brew, I will be there next year, Taiwan. That will be
Yeah.
Taiwan. Diba? I'm,
There you go.
Diba?
alright.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And pag may natikman kayo na beer na hindi okay sa Elias, let me know. Ping me. Or
Pupunta na ako ngayon
review
doon.
us in Untap. Review our beers in Untap. I always check it. Actually, I
There you go.
I encourage the everybody to try Untap so that it's not perfect, but at least you get feedback from it, diba? So yeah, it's always about the feedback. To
There you
keep making quality beer.
I think this
Alright.
is I think ayun yung maganda eh, 'di ba? You have to really accept the feedback of the people who's drinking your beer, 'di ba? So, hey, ito si Jean. Okay, ang layo niya lang. Kung pwede lang siya, kung nasa Manila lang siya, he will be the next beer drinker.
Yeah. Where is he
So, but
from?
anyway, I think he's from California. What he said just now.
Cali? From Cali?
Cali. Yep. Thank you,
Ayun.
Jean, for joining us.
Thanks, Gene, for joining us. Thank you, Badit. Thank you,
So,
June,
yep.
again.
Thank
Boss.
you.
Thank
Thank you. I had
you.
so much
Salamat sa
fun.
pag-attend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ingat ka dyan, di ba? And good luck sa next president mo, kung sino man yan.
From Napa.
Diba?
Yeah.
Konting
Thank you.
oras na lang makakainom ka na rin ng beer. Malapit
Oo nga eh.
na.
Mamaya. Saturday night.
And then sa mga viewers natin, thank you again for supporting us, di ba? Next week we'll have meron na tayo naka-schedule. So we'll just announce it soon na lang next week. All right? Badit, gusto mo ba ulit maging guest?
Basta wala nang test, wala na yung bigla. What's your take on this? Oh my God, gusto ko lang uminom, guys. Bigla ko lang magpaisip eh.
Puta, yun naman pala. Diretsohan na. Ayan. There you go.
Yeah, but it was so
Okay.
much fun. It was so much fun. I learned a lot about the industry as well.
Okay. All right.
Ayan.
Right.
So before we go, ito ang pinaka-parting shot natin. Ang hindi masarap na beer sa Elias ay yung pag in-order mo, sasabihin sa'yo, ay ubos na. There you go. Thank you, Bon.
Working on it. We're working on it. Bro.
Okay.
All right. Thank you,
Alright,
guys.
thanks,
Thank you.
everyone.
Ingat lagi.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Dali.
End mo na?
Yep.
All right. Thank you, boss. Ba, 2 hour 40.
Na-end na ba? Na-end na ba siya? Wait.